Shredder closer to the scissors than closer to the inside.
Well, all of these conversations clearly will come after 91-20 or penalty shootout. Now let's get into the game proper. I'm sure you have seen this game. These two sides have their final training and all of that. And clearly, Senegal will be without Koulibaly, and they will have to make with Mamadou Sarr once again in that back line for them. How these two teams will line up? What sort of game are we in for this evening?
My question is that will press the most will win this game, and it's as simple as that. Senegal and Morocco on the table of the teams that have pressed the most at this AFCON are the top or near the top. So what it means is that none can afford to be tired in this game. Morocco are going to be pressing from minute 1 to minute 90 and beyond, and Senegal will look to do the same. And I would wager that two key things will decide the game. Set pieces, of which Morocco seem to be better at the moment before the game, and individual errors. So that is where I will see the game to be 1-0.
What will be the influence of the two managers in this game? Paptiao is one that a lot have said he is not so much the man for Senegal given the quality that they have. For Regragui, he also says he's not scared or afraid of being sacked if he doesn't win this trophy. How will they impact these two sides?
Well, both of them are in very interesting situations as well, because they have achieved so much, and yet their jobs are on the line. I cannot say that to a certain country that you and I know. I cannot say that to a country you and I know. Now, Walid Regragui is the first manager in history to qualify Morocco to a semi-final of the World Cup and the final of an AFCON and win the African Champions League. Let me repeat that. This man has won the African Champions League, qualified them to an AFCON final, qualify them to a World Cup semi-final. But if he loses today, it is likely he will be sacked within 24 hours. That is not normal. But he said that that is the standard of the country that he is coaching. It is, and when you ask Moroccan journalists, we were asking them on the WhatsApp group that, what is wrong with you people? And they said, yeah, in our country, that is how we do. You understand? And then for Senegal, Paptiao has won the CHAN. If he wins the AFCON, he will be the first manager ever to win both the CHAN and the AFCON. And yet, his job is still not, his job is not secure than the American manager. But still, there may be questions as to how he do this, if he does this today. For me, as a Cameroon, I am looking at my country and I'm saying, you people, are you sure you know what you are doing at all?
We will build our passion to that level, please. We work on it. But Gary, before I let you go, these two sides, who really are you going to put your money on, and who do you expect to really stand out of the 22 players that will be on the field?
In terms of the players?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I don't know who woke up on the right side of the bed today, to be honest. I don't know who woke up feeling like today is the best day of their career. I have no idea. But I would say both managers have said this, so I'll tell you what they said. They have said that the best players today will be the players who manage and control their emotions the best. And I think that is what will play out.
And for you, is it Senegal or Morocco?
Morocco could be, even though they have the 12 man behind them, they could feel the pressure, right? Senegal could come with an attitude of anything can happen, we would have done our best, and have the calmest game ever. Morocco could be feeling the pressure after 30 minutes if things are not going the way they plan. So that's why I'm saying that the team that will control their emotions. Remember, Morocco have not won this thing for 15 years. 5-0.
Yeah.
Senegal are in their third final in 4 editions. I mean, if I am Senegal, I'll feel pretty chill because I have players who can tell the young ones that it's not a big deal. You know, we can come back again next year.
Yeah.
So Morocco, when this home advantage? When will they everything aligned for them like this to be in the final like this in this condition? So I cannot tell you which team will feel the pressure the least, but which team works out in 28 minutes or 24 minutes
Yeah.
with an attitude of calmness and composure, I think will carry the day.
Well, I'm sure we'll get back to you after the game, so you guys continue to take care of yourself. But Michael, let me wrap up with you. For you, these two sides, who exactly are you putting your bet on to lift up that trophy, and which player do you think will stand out this evening?
Well, I think it is more about the advantage that Morocco enjoys playing at home, and then the experience that Senegal has in their squad. As I mentioned, Senegal are well marshaled in terms of experience in almost every department of their team. Their goalkeeper Edouard Mendy has been with them right from the 2019 AFCON, but he actually gained that reputation in 2021 when he played a crucial role in the final against Egypt. He's come to understand atmospheres like this. Aside the national team, he's played for Chelsea. He's been in a Champions League final before. He understands the temperament needed to deliver in a match of this nature. In defense, they've been robbed of the experience of someone like Kalidou Koulibaly. But I still think the role that Idrissa Gana played when Koulibaly was captain in that game against Egypt would also be needed in this game. He actually planted himself in the middle of Musa Niakate and then also Mamadou Sarr, and then he was directing and guiding them. That's what experience gives you. There's a player who's been playing for the national team right from 2011, and it's 2026. Is still a member of his side. In attack, there is the experience of Sadio Mane to guide the exuberance and the intelligence of players like Iliman Ndiaye, Nicolas Jackson, and even Ibrahim Mbaye, who's a young boy who's just been introduced into the national team. He feels right at home. It's to tell you the experience that Senegal have and how these players are tapping into it to benefit from it. For Morocco, it's a home advantage has been full in their crowd. It has set the right atmosphere for them to play. And that familiarity with the crowd that always comes to the Prince William Abdallah Stadium will definitely play to their advantage. It's a tricky game. Very, very tricky. And yesterday at the pre-match press conference, Walid Regragui said this game will be decided in favor of the side if they are able to manage their emotions or control their emotions. Yeah. It's to tell you that on occasions like this, yes, the tactics will work, the strategy will work, but the most important thing is about the application. If the mood is not right, if the emotions are not stemmed, and then it overflows, eventually it would affect the application from the player, and they will not deliver as expected. And that's why I think it is anybody's game. Morocco's advantage to play to their side. Senegal's experience could also help them. But the most important thing is who manages their emotions very well. That will actually decide who gets to win this. But my money is on Senegal. Experience is very invaluable. And I think on this day, it will prove them and help them to win the extension. I would love Morocco to win. As I said earlier,
after feeling Morocco, you want Senegal to win.
Yes, but definitely, I think it is something that Senegal has that Morocco do not have. The experience. Since Morocco has brilliant footballers, Brahim Diaz, you cannot take it away from them.
Yeah.
But how many of these players have been to this stage with the Moroccan national team? Yes, Ashimi has won the Champions League. Brahim Diaz, he's tasted all this at Real Madrid and everything. But when they've done the Moroccan jersey, how have they tasted such an occasion before? I doubt, and I think it might get to them. I fear it might be the unveiling against Senegal this evening. I am tipping Senegal there.
Okay, so it's Senegal for you. Is Anika still with you? Maybe she can have the last say in this.
So just like you slot a coin into a slotting machine, you put yourself into the figure round.
For her, we need not ask because we all know she's Moroccan. So tell her we know she wants Morocco to win. So we'll get back to her after the game as well. Good to see you guys, and thank you very much for joining us.
All right, thank you very much, Abigail. You guys also have a wonderful time out there.
Thank you. So Nathan, in Morocco, they are scared to say Senegal, but they are feeling Moroccan and all of that. But they've set the tone for the conversation. These two sides, what exactly are we in for?
Well, it will be a very competitive final because both countries are hoping to write, a unique piece of history. Morocco, their first AFCON since 1976, their first final since 2004, and they are hoping that it works well for them. For Senegal, they are hoping to win their second AFCON title 4 or 5 years after they won the first one back in 2021. So it's all on the line for these sides, and we've seen them play through the competition, the most complete teams, the best teams, and the teams that have shown the most stability and you can argue the most seriousness to a large extent. So I'm not surprised they are here. Tonight will be really close. We saw the Moroccans. I don't think the Moroccans want another 120 minutes and penalties. I don't think they want it because now the strain will be too much on them. More pressure. They have to execute and then try and do a penalty shootout again. The history books will tell you teams rarely win back-to-back shootouts in competitions. But I think Argentina did that when they won the World Cup. Italy did that when they won the Euro. So maybe Morocco will have to endure. But I'm sure they want this game to end very quickly in 90. It takes away the stress. It takes away the pressure. The added weight of performing in a final at home is so complex. If a lot of people do not know what it means, ask the Moroccan women's team. And Abigail, you've seen that in back-to-back AFCONs, they got to a final and did not win.
Yeah.
So playing at home doesn't necessarily mean you can win. Sometimes it can even cripple you so much so that if you had played the final in another country, you would easily win it. But the pressure of playing in front of your home fans will be huge. And Morocco can play it cool, but it will be there. But it doesn't mean that they will not be dominant. I think that they would want to also give Senegal a lot of problems. Take away all the conspiracy theories from that semi-final. Morocco did not give Nigeria a sniff in that semi-final at all. That is how good they are. And that is the kind of problem they can cause tonight when they press from start to finish. They are energetic. They can run. Tactically, they are brilliant. But they come up against a team, I think that is an equal match. A Senegalese team that is 100% when it comes to composure, great style, hard workers, an absolutely brilliant star player in Sadio Mane, who is a star player in every sense of the word because he works hard for the team, creates for the team. And when they needed somebody to help them pass Egypt, it was Sadio Mane who got them past Egypt. So I think Morocco and Senegal are equal matches for each other. We should expect a very, very complicated game. Senegal will have to do something they've not done, I don't think, all through the competition. Give the ball away and try to remain disciplined. I think that they'll have to try and ride the initial wave of the first 20, 25 minutes because for Morocco, they want to start strong, put you under pressure. Imagine Morocco take a lead. It means that now Senegal will have no choice than to start being adventurous. And usually that comes at a cost because it means that as the game progresses with you being 1-0 down, you become less solid. You become careless because you are chasing a goal. You become adventurous and then you are more susceptible to the break. Morocco will also face a team like no other. We've seen what Senegal can do. Great on the ball. And if there's a team that can give Morocco a run for its money at all levels, physique, character, temperament, tactics, and style, I think it will be Senegal. Now imagine Senegal take a goal lead in this final. Then it means that Morocco now need to find a way back very, very quickly. And they will have to do it before they get desperate. So it's a final where I think teams will enter scenarios they've never seen before. Senegal probably getting drawn all the way to 120. They haven't experienced it before. Morocco hoping that they don't have to do another 120 minutes and penalty shootout. It will be fun. What I would like to see is what the managers do with their substitutes. Who starts and who do I keep on the bench as the cards to play to change the game? I'll be fascinated to see what the managers do in terms of keeping some of those cards close to their chest and then they throw them on as and when they need to influence the game one way or the other. Finally, if Brahim Diaz is top scorer of the competition, I think he needs a 75% performance to become the tournament's best player. I don't think anybody can doubt it if Brahim Diaz wins the top player award. No.
Yeah.
But I think he needs this final just to do one more performance, just a reminder of his quality.
Yeah.
And I think that Morocco will rely heavily on what he's got to offer. I don't know who the Moroccans will start at center for. Will be
We'll get into the lineups. They are out. So there's Diaz on the left, El Kabi, and then El Kanous also
they've gone
on the
with
right.
El Kabi. I'm not surprised they've done that. So they have El Nesri on the bench in case they need to throw him on. It will be a fascinating one. Senegal, though, I'm sure they'll think that Khalidou Koulibaly not playing is a problem. No, I actually think they've been saved. Because had Koulibaly made the final, I would have picked him out as a weak link in that back line. So
okay,
I
so
think that
conclude with this for me.
Yeah.
If you understand Senegal. So Senegal going with a 4-2-2-2.
Yeah, box midfield. They are going to 4-box-2.
Yeah. And Morocco have just opened up the game to a 4-2-2.
A 4-box-2 meaning that they want to dominate the central areas, go narrow, and force Morocco to go wide. Or dominate the area and ensure that they out, because a 4-box-2 will always be what 4v3.
Yeah.
If you stay pure to the numbers, which means that they want an extra man in midfield to always cause problems for the Moroccans. That's an interesting tactical play from Pap Thiaw. Really interesting.
We are going into a game between Senegal and Morocco, and for the Senegalese, let me run by you the lineup just so you have a fair idea. So there's Mendy in post, there's there's Niakite, there's Diouf, Kamara, Gay, Gay, so the two gays. And there's Nicholas Jackson and Sadio Mane. For the very first time, they're going to play together up front.
Jackson and Sadio Mane?
Yeah.
Well, I think that if you look at
Somebody needs to wake Jackson up.
Yeah, if you look at the two, there's something to their game, and it's the pressing for Sadio Mane and Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson might not be your fancy style striker. He might not be the Harry Kane type of a striker. But if there's something that he does very well, it is that he knows how to press the opposition defense. Mane does the same, and I believe it's the reason the two have been set up. Of the two, it is Mane who would be more clinical. So from what I'm seeing, Mane will be more taxed to get to the second balls and try to shoot, whilst Jackson does the pressing. But like Nathan put it, they've put a lot of men in midfield, and clearly tells you one thing, that the Senegalese want to be in control of the game. And if you've looked at the two teams throughout the tournament, they've been very rigid teams. We've seen the Moroccans very difficult to break down. Of the goals they've just considered a goal. And it didn't come from open play.
A penalty.
There's something wrong.
Yeah, I think there's a situation.
There's a situation with Senegal.
Yeah.
We're yet to see a player though, but someone is injured during warm-up.
Yeah, they'll have to see. But when you look at it's crazy on the final, and then you pick up this injury. I don't know what he will do for the Senegalese, but it looks like Iliman Ndiaye is on the right. It looks like he will be the attacking outlet down that side. Pape Gueye will play through the left. I have expected Sadio Mane. Well, it looks like Sadio Mane will have to operate from left.
From the left.
Yeah.
From the left, going inwards. You know, it will be interesting. The Moroccans, well, in terms of shape, yes, but the principles are the same. El Anoui, Saibari, El Zazouli, we've seen these three and what they can do. El Kanous, I haven't
really seen him.
I had a bit of a hope in him, but it's El Kabi and Brahim Diaz. And Brahim Diaz has been a very important part of what they've done. Ashraf Hakimi, I have been impressed with he hasn't looked like a player who's coming back from injury. He's looked really sharp, really solid.
But it's a bit of a concern for me, because I think that I'd criticized Regragui's decision to include him in the setup. Maybe he could have been part of the team overall, but not somebody who would come into the tournament. But hey,
okay, you wouldn't have added him to the list at all.
To the list at all.
Wow.
Yes, because he's coming from a very bad injury, and I feel that there's that pressure on him to play in this AFCON, especially when at the CAF Awards, Patrick Mochepe had said that Africa needs its best players at the AFCON. I think he put some sort of pressure on him. But if you've watched this Moroccan team, I think that they are a more fluid side without Hakimi. Hakimi is coming off from an injury, and he's very measured as to how he's played in this competition. I think it slows down their build-up a bit, if you ask me. Though he's putting an assist, he's been the go-to man for them. I think that it is too much pressure for him, especially coming off from a very serious injury. But hey, if it works for the coach, it is thumbs up. But I think that in their very first game that I watched, there was News on the right, and then the left back, one other player on the left. And I think it gave them more of a balance. But Hakimi comes into it. He's the captain. He has to play. And I think it has changed the dynamics. I'm looking at the lineup today, and I'm thinking one thing. Regragui is doing a Pep Guardiola.
Okay.
He's overthinking it. It is getting to him. And if you look at the setup, I've seen some changes in the way the Moroccan team shape up. Diaz, El Kabi, and El Kanous on that side. I stand to be corrected, but I've not seen him play on that side. Mostly on the right side of midfield. Not
right side of attack.
I
see.
And maybe tactically in training, they tried a lot of sessions, and the coach and the technical team feel this is the best. But I was just thinking that they would stick to what they have done throughout this tournament, especially when Azidan Onahi got injured, he couldn't continue. We saw those changes. He's maintained Saibari in that midfield. I would even prefer Saibari on that right side rather than El Kanous. But hey, it is the coach and what he's seen and what he's put out. I'm just hoping that it will not be a case of overthinking the final, because this Senegal team are not under pressure.
No.
I'm telling you. They are
the pressure is all on Morocco.
Yes, it's all on Morocco. And from the beginning of all that we've said, they've put in a lot of work. If you've played in the semi-final of the World Cup, almost getting to the final, if you've beaten teams like Spain and Portugal, and then you had a good run, lost to South Africa in the last AFCON, in this tournament, you've not conceded a lot, everything has gone right for you, the pressure is on you to crown it with a trophy like you asked Gary. So, I think that the pressure is on Morocco and not on Senegal. Senegal will come out very calm in this game, play their normal game, but they have men that can hurt. And one thing that this Senegalese team also needs to do is that if you've watched Brahim Diaz very well in this tournament, he's been more like the decoy, and he's come out at crucial moments. So when the attention is drawn to El Kabi, who does a lot in the box, he pops up at the right moment to score. And the backline of Senegal will need to ensure that every run of Diaz is carefully followed. You do not give him the space. If you've seen the games that goals that he scored, it's either a cutback, he comes in, he scores, or from the spot, or in the melee, he just pops up and gets the ball into the back of the net. So a lot of details will play out today, but I think of the two, the Senegalese will be more calmer on the night.
We'll wait to see what happens in the next 15 minutes or so. The game will be on Morocco taking on Senegal in the final of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, live on Spotty 106.1 FM here in Accra, 102.5 in Takrade, and 91.3 in Kumasi. We've touched base with our colleagues in Morocco, and they've given us just a little view of what we are to expect. Nathan, I ask again, of the two managers, what do they have finally to throw into this game?
Well, we've seen they've already played their hands in terms of the starting 11s. That's quite sure. The task for both managers will be dominance. For Morocco, what they want is to dominate, to be in possession and ensure that they wear Senegal down and then do the kill later on. As Vipa said, the problem for Morocco is this. They haven't met a team as good as Senegal, who have all the quality that can match them. So, how do they handle this? They don't even know what the Senegalese are going to do. Are the Senegalese going to sit off them? Or Senegal also wants control of the ball? That will be a fascinating one, because if Senegal won the ball, what does Morocco do? We've also not seen them as a team that wants to play without the ball. No. Nigeria wanted to do it in the semis. It didn't work. Now, do the Moroccans have what it takes to play without the ball, where Senegal gets on it and they are passing it around and having fun? Are they able to hold their shape and say, okay, now let's play these guys on the break? Will they want to do that? I don't know. again, substitutes will be very crucial because at every point in time, you want to throw something into a game that turns it your way.
Yeah.
So, for example, assuming Morocco are dominating, and yet they can't seem to find the instinct or the final bit to change the game. What do? That's why Gregory have what it takes off the bench to throw players on, go and get me a result. Or Senegal are also struggling to get something going. When they look down on their bench, who can they throw on to say, change this game for us? Maybe Morocco has too much of the ball. We want the ball back, or we want to hurt them out of possession. So those are the things the managers will have to think about. But the most important thing is managing the emotions of the game. And Walid Regragui will have a lot on his hands because the crowd is baying for blood. They want to win the AFCON at home, but he has to manage the team. He can't get overexcited. And our very good friend, Coach Christopher Nimley, will tell you, when you are coaching a game, never play to the excitement of the crowd. Because if the crowd is telling you, attack, 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 and you get carried away and you are just, you are going to get sucker punched.
I'll give you an example with my very good friend, Winfred Dormont. So when they went to the Gold Stars, apparently the Dreams fans were screaming, substitution, substitution. And that is when he made his substitution and they ended up losing that game 3-2. And the last minutes of the game, they came back to 2, but they kept screaming. He didn't even mind anybody. And in that game against Hartlepool, he made no substitution in 94 minutes.
You know, so sometimes, if it's not broken,
don't
touch it. Don't fix it. So the coaches will have to manage the emotions very well, especially Regragui. He's the one who has the crowd on his back. His job is on the line. But he has to zone into this game and say, forget my job for 120 minutes. Forget that job. And he has to coach. He has to forget every other thing and coach this game on its merit. It is a final. He has to win that final. The same for Pape Thiaw. For him, he may not have a lot of pressure on him from the fans, but some people seem to think that if he doesn't win this, he needs to be booted out. He also needs to think about how to manage the game. What do I do when the crowd is on my head and they are cheering the Moroccans on? What can we do to calm things down and ensure that we are still in this game for as long as possible? I think that's even the greater work of the coach, not even the tactics, managing the emotions, managing the waves of the game. Because if you don't and you lose control of it, it could get very ugly very quickly, and that's it. The final is gone. You can't save it. You only look back on that regret. So today, a lot of it will have to be on the mental, emotional side. Everybody will have to manage. So the Moroccans have to manage the game in chunks. First 15 minutes, second 15 minutes, and then you play it that way. You get 6 quarters in 90 or 6 chunks in 90. So they need to manage it as they go through, because never ever should any team think that the game is lost as anybody. If it's goalless after 60 minutes, it is goalless after 60. You are still in it. You are still in it. So managers will have to handle this game very carefully, ride the ebbs and flows, because there will be times when Morocco will be on the ball. Senegal will have to sit back, keep their shape. The coin will flip. Senegal will get the ball. Morocco, you have to learn to ride the wave. That's what the managers will do. And I get the sense that that's where the game will be won or lost. Managing it. The tactical decisions are there, but managing the waves and emotions, that's, for me, that's very critical. In a final like this, extremely critical. Extremely critical.
Vipa, the cutout way for these two managers, who wins it? For Nathan, he feels that it's the two managers that are going to make the difference.
I agree with Nathan, but I would also want to pin it on the players.
Yeah.
If you look at these two crop of players, the Moroccan team and then the Senegalese team, I think the Moroccan team would want it more. They would want to rewrite history. The last time they won was 1976. There wasn't a final to it. The last final Morocco played in 2004, they lost to a North African side in Tunisia. So for these crop of players, it will be a moment to write history, a moment to etch your name in the glory books. If you look at that project that started, the Mohamed V Academy, we've seen some inclusion. Some players come up to the very top. Naif Aguer, El Kabi, a host of other players in this team. It is the peak of this of it that they want. And so they would want to win this particular tournament in front of the home fans, share these memories forever with their families, because it will be a very good opportunity to try and write your name in the history books. For the Senegalese team as well, they would want to tap in from the experience of the other players that won the tournament in 2021. They were coming from a painful loss versus to Algeria in the final before. They went into 2021, beat Egypt on penalties. They have some players who played at that tournament that are still in this one as well, and they can tap the experience from. I'm wondering, the other players who have not won the AFCON with Senegal would want to go to those that have won it before and ask them, how's the feeling like? How is it? How does it feel? And for every player, you'd want to have a trophy to your name. And it will get difficult for teams to win the AFCON, especially after the next edition, because we'd have to wait for another 4 years before you get a chance to play at the AFCON. So all these factors will come into play. But I think that the Senegal team have some sort of experience that this Moroccan team do not have when it comes to winning the AFCON. And I think it will play a major role. Today on the field, like Nathan said, like you also alluded to, it will have to go down to mentality. And there have been a couple of times I've watched the Senegalese team, even when they go down, they look up to Sadio Mane. After they get an equalizer, Sadio Mane tells them, keep the composure, keep the concentration. So this Senegalese team has somebody to look up to in experience. And with the news, whether he will be retiring from the national team, whether he stays, I think today's game would be a testament of what is to come. For fans, they can be funny. For supporters, they can be funny. You do not win this final and they will turn on you. You win, you become a hero. So it cuts both ways for the Moroccans and the Senegalese. But I think that the players would have to take responsibilities. Coaches can't tell you anything. I remember one former English Premier League player saying that before they play Manchester United, their coach showed them a movie, the Gladiator.
Samala dies.
Yes. Then
when he was black man boss.
Thank you very much. They go into the game and they get battered. United beats them. So you can do all these things in the background. But everything counts on the field of play. You have to time your tackles. You have to be very precise with your passing. When you get your chances, the most important thing, we are talking about XGs and chances. In these finals, you cannot miss chances. When it
could come down to only one chance.
Just one chance. And we saw it when Senegal played Egypt. Very rigid game.
Just a moment,
Sadio
a
Mane,
split moment.
out of nowhere. Bam.
And
that was it. It was the decider for them. The Moroccans had to go all the way to the lottery of penalties. They were lucky, if you ask me. And one thing the Moroccans can't count on is that they have one of the best stoppers when it comes to penalties.
If I don't take care, both of you escape this one before, because if you are care, the guys join us for the commentary. Let me argue a little. Who are you going for?
Morocco.
Hey.
I'm in a Moroccan jersey, but I'm rooting for Senegal. Yeah.
Who are you deceiving?
No, I'm rooting for Senegal. I said it from day one.
Morocco.
Senegal.
Okay, that's fair.
Senegal.
2v1.
Senegal.
Morocco will do everything in the book.
Senegal
Look,
will
everything
do
in the book to win tonight.
I wish I could explain Sadio Mane's gesture. Is in the head. Everybody calm down, calm down. We are all calm. We will not play the nice football, so don't expect anything.
No problem. And I'm saying
don't
that.
expect anything nice from Senegal.
You see, I'm saying that.
But
Morocco.
But
listen, they've spent.
Like Sadio Mane said, calm
They've
down.
spent money.
In the head.
They've spent money. They've done every. Listen, look, Morocco. Whatever it is they will do to win tonight, they will do.
Then
I'm telling you.
Then I'm sorry.
They are. Look, the Senegalese defenders, let me give them a warning. No funny incidents in the box. Because once the referee points to the spot, he's not changing his mind.
8 yellow cards and a red card.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I have that feeling.
Senegal, hey, they should pray that nothing funny happens, because anything that looks like a penalty will be given to Morocco. I'm telling you.
I think that game
Could
is
this travel to extra time?
It's possible.
It's possible.
To 120 minutes.
It's very possible.
To the spot.
Very possible.
You cannot rule anything out. It's a final.
Well, this is the Africa Cup of Nations final, the 35th edition in Morocco, and host Morocco taking on Senegal. Pretty soon we'll get to join the commentary team and then walk you through this one. Thank you very much, Nathan and V-Pipe. Done a great job making sure we get to preview and touch on every other part of this game. And the stadium is filled to capacity. God.
Yes.
Morocco really wants this.
I'm telling you.
But Senegal needs
No. Senegal, they don't need it.
Hey.
Senegal, they want it. Morocco needs it.
Senegal
No, you see,
needs
look,
it.
Morocco's need is not only sporting. Oh, there's a political reason for this.
We
If
don't
they
care
don't
about
win
your
this,
politics. Oh.
Yeah.
We don't care about your politics.
I've told you that.
But Senegal also needs it for the retirement.
No problem.
of
I've
Sadio.
told you that. Senegal, if they like, they should try anything in the box today.
Oh.
Anything that looks like handball, hey, we are
It's
giving,
given.
we are
Calm
giving.
down,
And there's no,
it's in
they
the
don't check VAR
No-
for
no
you to say, oh
reviews.
no, penalty.
Calm down. This in the head. Now that's the mantra I go by. If you
It's
call
all-
in and I do this,
it's all
calm
in the
down,
head.
It's all in the head. Sadio Mane leading the way. So we'll get to see how that pans out pretty soon. Because if you can get in ready, and we'll get to see that game. At least the first half between Morocco and Senegal will be back after that. You're live on Spotty 106.1 FM in Accra, 102.5 in Takade, and 91.3 in Kumasi.
With royalty in the venue, and indeed, Kings of Africa will be crowned here and now, this very evening. This time wears the crown, but who will be hoisting the trophy aloft at the end of this tie? Welcome to Rabat.
So welcome. Here's the grand finale. 24 started. It's down to 2. And these two prides of lions, one from the west of Africa, the other one from the north of Africa, lock horns for African supremacy. It is the Lions of Teranga, drawn from the strengths of Dakar, Rufisque, and Gori, against the Lions of Atlas, drawing their strengths from Casablanca in Morocco. The die is cast. The lineups are out. Kickoff is upon us. Here's the grand finale of the 2025-26 African Cup of Nations V-Power. The game is about kickoff. What are you looking forward to seeing?
It all comes down to this Fiaka. It's two of Africa's best facing off. It's been a wonderful tournament in general, but all the nerves and everything will come down to the final 90 minutes here. For Morocco, there's a lot of pressure on them because they are the home side, but the Senegalese would also want to win another one. If you've been in your third final in the last 4 editions of the AFCON, lost one, won one, it gives you the impetus to go on and win the second. It will be a cagey encounter from the streets of Dakar to Rabat. I think that the level of expectation will be the same. But hey, football only rewards the best, and the best definitely on the night will be the team that lifts the trophy.
Absolutely, and each of these teams will be giving their very best in Morocco as the die is cast. For Senegal, they have imposed Edward Mendy. Mendy as well at the back. Sarr, Niakite, and Diop complete the back four. Iliman Ndiaye, Kamara, Idrissa Gana Gueye, and Pape Gueye in the middle of the park. Nicolas Jackson partners the mercurial Sadio Mane, who might just be having his last dance at the African Cup of Nations. For the Atlas Lions, Bono is imposed. Masraoui, Massina, Aged, and Ashraf Hakimi will be the rear guard of the Moroccans. Saibari, El Ayanoui, and Eslazoui in the middle of the park. Diaz, El Kabi, and El Canoes will be tasked to get the goals for the Moroccan national team. And this very match will be a cagey encounter. Kobe Perry is here with us as well. Kobe Perry, both teams are lining up in what looks like a 4-3-3. Are you expecting a cagey final or one that will see free-flowing, sensational, scintillating football?
Well, obviously it's a cracker. One wants it, one needs it the most. Obviously, the host nation Morocco is in high spirits and definitely they want to take this one and keep it. They have not won the African continent when it comes to this particular sport in a while. So I feel like for what they have been able to do for the footballing sport and always coming in time of need to salvage situations for this particular competition, I think they deserve it.
So the question has been blasted, and the Atlas Lions who kick off ball goes to the back knife again with a long one for it to no one in particular. The tension is rising. The stadium is at 1,000,000 decibels or more and both teams have it all to do. It's a host nation against Senegal, and the game has started. Ball to Sarr. Sarr back to Edouard Mendy. Edouard Mendy will look for a long cross-field ball to the right side of defense, where he finds Mendy as well. Ball in the middle. Idrissa Gana Gueye, the man who plays his football for Everton in the English Premier League. They beat Aston Villa today in a game a lot of people didn't expect they would win.
Quite a shock. And Villa had the opportunity to go up the table. They blew it. And that's football. But Fiaka, the dark arts have begun already. I don't know if you paid attention. As soon as the ball was passed to Naif Aged, he hit it out of play. And which team does it remind you of? PSG and how they conquered Europe.
Absolutely.
I'm just thinking that the Moroccans are trying to adopt that strategy. Let's see how it works for them.
Let's see how it works. It looks like it'll be a very tactical battle between Thiaw and Regragui. Ball goes forward, won again by Senegal in the middle of the park. They are winning all the 50-50 balls. Are they going to make anything from it? Back to Thiaw. And he would go all the way back and find Idrissa Gana Gueye, who's anchoring that midfield very, very well. At the back once again is Sarr, the man who plays his football for Strasbourg in France. Goes to the left. Sheikh Malik Diop, West Ham defender, or wing back perhaps. He goes all the way back again. Senegal are intricately exchanging the passes. And Edouard Mendy watches that go under his foot. But Sarr would clear. But I mean, just a minute and 45 seconds in. What have you made of the game so far? Tensions breeding their ugly heads.
Sure, tensions are rising. You could see some sprouts of some sorts of intensity when it comes to both teams. But I like the composure that the Senegalese team have. They have that calming nerve. They have that composure to be able to move in transition as and when they don't have the ball, how they line up against the Moroccan team. So far, it's been just 2 minutes, but I can see them lining up every time they are not with the ball. They just get behind the ball. And this particular player, I have always said, I think Kawawa was the one who made me watch him first, and I've enjoyed him throughout the whole tournament. West Ham's wing back Diop, he is a sensational talent. Trust me.
Absolutely, Sheikh Malik Diop. He's talking about Sarr, the man who plays his football for Strasbourg on loan from Chelsea. Will go to a central defensive partner, and Senegal are looking to tease things out by holding on to possession. Ball goes back to the center of defense when Niakite will launch a long one forward. He finds Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson goes all the way back, and that will be a free kick. And the referee says play on, and that was a clear free kick. It seemed so. But the referee has waved play on, V-Power.
Not surprised. I think the referee wants the game to flow. I don't think we should read a lot of meanings into it. It's early days yet.
It is early days, but that looked like an infringement all day long.
Yeah, from where I sit, I think that it should have been given. But in finals, you wouldn't want to stop the game a lot. You'd want the game to flow. The transition should be there. And I think that that's what the referee wants.
Absolutely. Ball goes to the right once again. Ashraf Hakimi goes back to his defense. It is Naif Aged. Naif Aged will look to get one forward. He dilly-dallies on it. Goes into the midfield. El Ainawi goes all the way back once again. And it is Messina. Messina goes to the left where he finds Manchester United's Mazraoui. Mazraoui goes all the way back. And it is a very tactical affair between the two. And currently Morocco are interchanging these passes at the center of their defense. And Senegal will nick it. It's a fantastic one from Sadio Mane. Man in the number 10 shirt. The talisman. He's brought down. And what would the referee give for that? He gives a corner. And Hakimi came back and robbed Sadio Mane of the ball. A statement of intent from the Senegalese who thrust forward. But fantastic win of the ball from Hakimi. Recovered beautifully to dispossess Sadio Mane.
Yeah, prior to the game, I spoke about the importance of Nicholas Jackson. You saw that press, the pressure he put on the Moroccan player, eventually lost the ball, and Sadio Mane had the opportunity to charge on that flank. But good recovery from the Moroccans. Naif Aged so far has had a good tournament. And so he'll be one of the leaders. After losing Ramon's size, I think he's come up clutch.
Corner goes in from Senegal. Can they get a header? And that was close. Those inches away from the first goal. And it was Pape Gueye, who got his head onto the ball. But Bono, is he from the Bono region? We don't know. But Bono got a hand to that. And everybody thought that was at the back of the net. Senegal close, and they have another corner. And it will be across. And swinger into the box. It is one that goes in a header out this time around. It will be Morocco who would clear. And it goes all the way back. Senegal. Can he get one in? He gets it stuck in between his feet. And he concedes a free kick. But that was close for Morocco, for Senegal.
I think Papi Gay will be cursing his stars. He should have directed the ball well. I think he was straight at Yasin Bono. And for the sort of goalkeeper Yasin Bono is, you need to be exceptionally brilliant to beat him. That was a straight ball at Yasin Bono. And the thing is, he was there at the right moment as well. Could have easily been 1-0 for Senegal. And I spoke about converting chances. If you don't take chances in this game, you might not have a lot of chances. So you need to take the few. But that was the Moroccans left off the hook by the Senegalese.
I hope Papi Gay doesn't regret that going forward. A long one forward from the Moroccans. Ball into the middle. El Kanous. He's looking to battle. But Senegal would win that very well with their physicality in the middle of the park. A stride forward. But then again, it will be won once again by Ashraf Hakimi, who's playing a very interesting role. He's wide when Morocco have the ball, and he squeezes in when they don't to win the ball. But Morocco will be disciplined. Ball at the back. Again, goes all the way back to Massina. Massina would find El Kanous, who's playing in an unconventional deep role. Bilal El Kanous, the man who's been had a really good career. We used to seeing him play as a winger or a number 10. Today, he's playing in the heart of the Moroccan midfield. Morocco are teasing out. Nosser Mazraoui will look for a long one forward. And it is his English Premier League mates, Iliman Ndiaye, who blocked that. But very tactical game so far.
Super tactical. I think on the paper we saw a 4-2-2 against a 4-3-3, but on field, Kanous has gone back to the midfield wide that he used to play. Not on paper what we saw him playing upfield.
Here's Iliman Ndiaye who wins the ball very beautifully. And what is the referee whistling for? For a foul.
There's one thing that I would like to commend African giants when it comes to this particular sport.
It was clearly a foul.
There has been exceptional football as compared to what I have watched so far. This particular AFCON has given me some technical football, especially from the coach's point of view. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Absolutely. Ball back to Naif again. Naif again finds Ashraf Hakimi, who goes back into the middle, where Saibari would launch a long cross-field ball. And he does find Eslazoui. Eslazoui strides into the box. Can he get a cross in? Eslazoui into the box, and it would be sliced out by the Senegalese defense. Pape Sheikh Diop will get that out, and it is very, very, very cagey, but they're finding headways.
Of course, they're trying to interchange play. I see a lot of
ball back to Eslazoui on the left wing. He looks to take on his winger, and he wins a throw-in for the Atlas Lions of Morocco. Yes,
I see a lot of intricate passing from the Moroccan team. They are very, very technical when it comes to those passing, interchanging square passes. They are doing a phenomenal job when it comes to that.
Absolutely. So it's ball in, and Senegal will clear. But then again, Morocco are pressing from the top. Iliman Ndiaye into the midfield, and that was a give and go, but it would go out of play for a throw-in to the Moroccan national team, the Atlas Lions. But what have you made of Morocco's performance so far? I mean, on paper, they came in as favourites.
Yeah.
Have they lived up to that billing after 8 minutes?
I think that in the first 15 minutes, the two coaches would have to study the strategies of the other and ensure that they are mapping a counter strategy against the opponent. That's exactly what we are seeing. But I think that the Moroccans have had their moments, and they've been very purposeful up front. Abde is one man that will cause a lot of trouble down the left flank. If you allow him go past you, he can score or square the ball to his teammates in the box, and that could spell doom for the Senegalese. But so far, I think that it's cagey, the sort of game we are seeing. Very cagey, very tactical, and the two teams do not want to make a lot of mistakes that the opponents can capitalize on. And that is the sort of game that we are seeing, especially in the first 15 minutes of the first half.
Absolutely. Ball to the left once again. Sheikh Malik Diop on the overlap. Goes into the middle where he finds Sadio Mane, who's dragged back, and he wins a free kick. Sadio Mane has been in the thick of things. But Brahim Diaz, we haven't seen him yet.
Quite a shade of himself in this particular one. I think that with the way this game has gone so far in the first 10 minutes, it looks like prospects of a long day to come or a long night to go. It would exceptional brilliance of a wonder boy in the form of maybe Sadio Mane or Brahim Diaz to win for this particular one. But I am enjoying the whole caginess of this particular encounter.
Absolutely sound the ball. Looks for a long one. He finds a brilliant cross-field pass. What a pass from Sarr. I'm sure Chelsea will be having a look at him. And since he is on loan at Strasbourg and they have centre-back problems, they will be looking at him. But then again, that will be a foul. And what is Aged waving his finger at? That was clearly an infringement. And Senegal have a foul. After Naif Aged brought down Pape Gay in the middle of the park. But then again, KG game so far, 10 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. We're live from the Ghud Park, and we're live on the Voice of Sports, 106.1 FM. Action from Morocco, where Africa's biggest football showpiece culminates today. And here's the Teranga Lions of Senegal versus the Atlas Lions of Morocco. And here's a free kick in a very vantage position for the Teranga Lions. Can they make the most of their physicality? Is Pape Sheikh Diop about to launch a long one into the box? All the big men are there. Nicolas Jackson, Sarr, Pape Gay. Here's a long in swinger. Can they find the header? And it goes above the head of everybody. And it will harmlessly roll out for a goal kick. Set pieces should be important in this particular game.
Yeah, we've seen the Senegalese try to capitalize on the set pieces. We saw a very good corner, not too long. Pape Gay getting his head to that one. And the Senegalese have players with aerial presence. They can charge at balls, but so far they have not been clinical with the set pieces that they've had.
Ball to Nasser Majrari. He goes for his finds as Lazuri, but that would be another throw-in for the Moroccan national team. The Atlas Lions. Ball on the left once again into the middle. Back to Lazuri. Brahim Diaz is looking for spaces. He's not finding any. He and El Kabi have been very isolated. Is Ashraf Hakimi into the middle. Bilal El Kanous back to Ashraf Hakimi. Goes back into the midfield where he finds El Ainawi. Back to Ashraf Hakimi. Interchanging passes swiftly. Spick and span from the Moroccans. Working their way. Looking for that opening into the box of the Senegalese. Ball comes back to Mazraoui. He finds Lazuri, man in the number 17, into the box. Great interplay. But it will be mopped up very beautifully like water on the floor by the Senegalese. And Morocco are warming their way up into this game.
So far, so good for the Moroccan side. The spick and span passes, as you spoke about earlier, the swift interchanging play. But there's one thing that I've also noticed when the Senegalese are on their defense, they are very, very tactical. They line up their numbers. There are no spaces. They are tackling one man for one man, and it's so difficult to pass through them easily.
Saibari with the ball forward. Can he get a shot? Saibari shoots! And he shoots wide. He saw glory. He reached out for glory, but he will be sorry.
I think he had better options.
He had better options. He had El Kabi in space. But Saibari saw his name in shining lights.
Yeah, initially El Kabi had pointed to where he wanted the ball put at, but he didn't catch that. And he had a better option to the left. Abde was ready to get the ball and try to put in an in-swinger to cause havoc, but he chose to go for personal glory. And you see, in games like this, in finals, you need players with a lot of maturity. When you are in a very dangerous position, you have to pick the right pass or make the right choices. And unfortunately, Saibari didn't do that.
So he aimed for the post. The ball will probably be in Siberia by now. That was a very terribly sliced one. And Saibari would want to do better next time. 14 minutes on the clock. It is still Senegal 0, Morocco 0. And we're live from the Ghud Park right here on Sport 106.1 FM. Ball goes to Edouard Mendy, who goes on to find Niakite. Niakite will stride forward, look for a central defensive partner. But he goes and finds Gay. Go all the way back to the right. Iliman Ndiaye, the Everton man, will look to take on Mazraoui. He goes infield. Iliman Ndiaye. Fantastic flick from Nicolas Jackson to nobody in particular. But Senegal will look to turn on the style. The Teranga Lions who look to roar once again. After they roared and conquered Africa in 2021, do they have what it takes once again? Crossfield ball. Sadio Mane manages to keep that in. Playing sort of a free roll, Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
Popping up in and between the pockets of space.
The man they look to get the final pass to. He's the one that...
Saibari win the ball upfield. Did he do it legally? He does. Takes the ball on. And decision making for Saibari has been terrible in this game. But it goes to Ezazui. Looks to go in field. But great defending from Senegal, who marshaled it so easily. And Senegal are using their physicality very well.
Yes, they're very physical side. And they've doubled out certain players that can cause a lot of havoc. So anytime Ezazuli is on the ball, or when Saibari has the ball in midfield, the decision is to try and stop them. They double up on them, make it very difficult.
Absolutely, and Senegal are taking this easy, making things difficult at the back. Great centre-back pairing. It will take a lot to penetrate them, it seems, because they've kept El Kabi and Brahim Diaz so quiet in this game.
Is Brahim Diaz in the game?
He's been quiet. He's been switching from side to side. Plays on the left for 5 minutes, comes to the right for 5 minutes. Still doesn't find a footing. He's probably had 2 touches. The first touch during warm-up and the second touch at kickoff.
He's ghosting already.
He's ghosting Brahim Diaz. But Eleman Ndiaye, even if he had a jetpack, wouldn't reach that. And it will be a throw-in to the Moroccan national team. 16 minutes on the clock. And none of these Lions have clawed into each other yet. It is still 0-0 at the final of the African Cup of Nations. We are live on Sporty 106.1 FM. We are the voice of sport. And we are live from the Ghud Park, where we are bringing you a live action from the African Cup of Nations. Nasser Mazraoui with a throw forward. Finds nobody in particular. And the game is beginning to ease in. Both teams are beginning to see spaces. Kobe Perry.
Well, what I've noticed from the defensive setup of the Teranga Lions is that they are missing Koulibaly. They need a calm head, an experienced head, a matured head to calm them down when they are moving from transition in from defense to attack. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is Gana Gueye and Lamine. Gana Gueye is more of the experienced one and has Lamine ahead of him. Lamine is doing too much on the ball. He has to take more than 3 touches before he passes the ball. And that is complicating things. That's why Saibari is getting a heads up over him in the midfield. He just needs to calm down, do the simple things in the final. He's a young chap who has been given the opportunity of playing a final in AFCON. So you just have to calm down, do the simple things, and then have a progressive transition when they are going into attack.
Absolutely. But Vipa, I mean, you can't but admire the jerseys on display, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just off the cuff. That's the referee. But I mean, look, I mean, they're beautiful. Puma has done a great job. You're wearing the home
Moroccan jersey,
from,
yeah, but I'm
mean,
not rooting for them.
Yeah, but I mean, but beautiful jerseys.
Yeah, I tell you.
I mean, you can wear these to a party if you had to. But then again, the fans are in high spirits in Morocco, rooting for their team. 17 minutes on the clock. No headways yet. We've not seen any clear-cut chance apart from that corner, V-Power.
Yeah, I think that chances will come few and far between. If you look at how cagey the game is.
So Sadio Mane with the ball forward. Will it be a lot less cagey? Nicholas Jackson back to Sadio Mane. Can they get one into the box? And it is Senegal who are fighting for every single ball. Sadio Mane playing like a man possessed. Back to Eleman Ndiaye. But then again, Mazraoui would concede that throw-in against his English Premier League mate, Eleman Ndiaye, who has had a lot of outlets but has been kept quiet.
Yeah, very detailed game. You don't want to give the opposition the chance to think that there's a weakness somewhere. And that's exactly what we are seeing from the two teams. For the Senegalese team, I think they've been better handling the ball. But the Moroccans have also been trying to break those final passes, trying to ensure that Sadio Mane doesn't get the freedom to cover them. And that is a well-drilled team. That is something that the coach has done to perfection, and it is reflecting from the way we are seeing the players on the field.
Absolutely, it's reflecting from what we are seeing from the field. Ball back to Edouard Mendy. Is he going to get a long one forward or perhaps not? Nicholas Jackson has been quite peripheral. Apart from a few incursions he's made, we've not really seen much of him. The man who's tasked to get the goals. The arrowhead of the Senegalese national team. He plays his football for Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. Yesterday they hit Leipzig for 5 second-half goals. What a game that was.
Yeah, dominant display, especially when they went down by a goal. But they were unperturbed. And when you have a team that has quality all around, you can bank your hopes on the fact that even if you go a goal down, you can come back into it.
Morocco with a chance. Can they get a goal? And that slices past the post. What a chance. Saibari once again. He's getting all the chances. He's missing all of them.
But was that not an offside?
Yes, it would have been offside. Miles offside.
But if you were offside, you have to put this at the back of the net. This is one of the clearest chances. in this day and age where technology plays a role in certain decisions, just put the ball at the back of the net and hope that technology favors you.
Absolutely hope that technology favors you. But Saibari, I mean, he's getting a lot of room. Kamara is letting him go.
All right, so Saibari is also playing the, I think, reciprocal role of Mane having the free role. So in as much as he is a central midfielder, he gets the opportunity to play that interchanging pass, and then that's the 1-2, and he's free. Because I have said that Lamine seems to be doubling up where he's not supposed to. He's just getting closer to the middle more than to Saibari. And that's why an advantage over him. Lamine just needs to calm down, mark his man, and then do the defensive duties that he has been assigned to. When it comes to the second balls, I've realized all throughout the tournaments, the Teranga Lions are winning almost every second ball, and most of their goals mostly come from transitions against them that they turn into attack, and then eventually they get their goals from there. So I think Morocco should be very, very wary of their swift attacks. They should also be conscious of the fact that it can be turned into an attack, and eventually it can cost them.
So El Kabi goes down so theatrically. He should be acting in Hollywood, not playing football. Going down as though he had been shot.
I don't think there was a lot in that, but
there was nothing in that, absolutely nothing in that. I mean, just look at that. And that was a shove. But then just look at that. I mean, come on, man. There was nothing in that. He wasn't hit. Nothing happened. And look where he held his chest. He deserves an Oscar for that. I mean, let's give him an Oscar. A round of applause for El Kabi, Actor of the Year. Actor in the lead role category. El Kabi. Nollywood will take him. He looks like, what's the name of the guy? No, not Ramsey Noah, the other one. Darling. Tony Umes.
Oh,
Tony. So
he just didn't do
he's
that.
looking like Tony Umes. We are still live. Senegal with the ball once again. They would look to get one forward. It was intricate passing. So Arsene Wenger is in the stands. We had a glimpse of him. He's not scouting. He works for FIFA now, doesn't he? Amazing guy. Arsene Wenger. We remember him from the English Premier League. He's those duels with Alex Ferguson. He said if he buys a player for 30 million, they stand in the center of the park and score a hat-trick. Ball back to Sarr. Sarr finds his goalkeeper and Edouard Mendy. Edouard Mendy goes all the way to the left. He finds Niakite. Niakite to Diouf. Diouf into the middle of the park. And that is the worst pass in football history.
It isn't. It is a pass.
Terrible pass. It went sliced to no one in particular. And that will be a foul on El Ainawi. And he'll make the most of it just to draw a yellow card. And these North Africans are dramatic. Senegal shouldn't fall into this lull, should they?
Well, Lamine Camara needs to be careful. He needs to keep a calm head. This is a final. If you misbehave, you get sent off. He's on a yellow card. It was sort of restricted the game he wants to play. And the Moroccans would look at him and say, we have a weakness. We have a weakness. Get a lot of balls to him, ensure that he's putting in the wrong tackles, and we could have a man advantage in the game.
And he's a man who's put on Saibari. He's let him go multiple times.
Yeah.
And now he's sliced in and earned himself a very well-deserved yellow card. And now that midfield will be short.
I think it's quite harsh from the referee, if you ask me. He's not been at the end of a lot of bad tackles. If I've watched the game really well, this is one of the tackles that he's put in, and he's not done it to perfection. And I don't think he fouled the opposition so much that warranted a yellow card.
Absolutely. Ball back once again to Bono. Bono would find Nayef Aged. He and his defensive partner, Massina, have been amazing so far. Long one forward to no one in particular. And Edouard Mendy would pick that up like Peter Piper picked a pair of pickled pepper. And he will look to launch that forward. But El Kabi has been lost. He's been Kobe in the game, El Kabi.
Well, with such height and aerial presence, I would expect that I think some wing balls should come through if they are getting some crosses from Hakimi's end or through the wings. He would have some exceptional attempts at goal. Brahim Diaz, I want to see him touch the ball. It's been off for him at the whole 25 minutes that this game has gone on.
Also, ball in the middle. Saibari will launch a long one forward. And that was a triangle pass, they call it on FIFA. But he didn't press the triangle hard.
Yeah.
So the ball no go.
Yeah, but we are not seeing a lot from Hakimi and Nu on the left because the Senegalese team have very dangerous wingers. On the right, they have Ilma Njai. On the left, Sadio Mane. These players will punish you. So they are restricting.
Fantastic flick to the right. Can they get one forward? Ball goes to Nicholas Jackson. He goes past his man into the box. Iliman Ndiaye gets the ball on his toes on the edge of the box once again. Senegal with a meaningful attack, striding forward. But then again, they slow it down. Money. Now they have it all to do again. And he surely is fouled by Bilal Kanous. But that was an opening. But then again, the attack was curtailed.
Exactly what I'm talking about. Senegal has a way of turning defense into attack. They just watch, pick up the ball, and then when they win the second ball, so Morocco should be very, very careful. I think Vipa was mentioning the fact that that's why we are not seeing a lot from their wing play as well, because they are very wary of the speedy runs from Iliman Ndiaye and Sadio Mane as well.
Absolutely, it is a free kick to the Teranga Lions. Can they dig deep and roll from this particular one? All the big men in the box. Niakite, Sa, Nicholas Jackson. Behind it, Adiof and Kamara. Can they deliver inch perfect ball into the box? That would beat Bono. But Bono, I mean, what a goalkeeper he's been for this team, Morocco. He's been arguably their most important player in the last few years.
Yeah, great goalkeeper. I'm still surprised he plays in the Saudi Pro League. But
he decided to.
Yeah, he plays for one of the best teams in Saudi Pro League. When it's come to Morocco, I think he's paid his dues. In the penalty shootout versus Nigeria, once a game.
It will be a long one forward. And that was wasted of effort from Kamara.
The game he came clutch in that game. Uzi's experience and
so
his one man
Rigobert Song and Aliou Cisse. Sorry, why do I keep mistaking them? Aliou Cisse is in the stands as well. He won the AFCON for the Senegalese national team, and he is there to support his Teranga Lions. Yes,
great coach. He's seen it and done it. Lost the painful final. Had the opportunity to go and make amends. Lost to Algeria in 2019, 2021. He won over Egypt. I think he'll look at the players now and say that, look, I've done an incredible job. I've been able to win the AFCON. But he would wish same for Papitia, who is his countryman and his deputy, and would want to see Senegal get a second trophy tonight.
Absolutely. Senegal on the ball once again. Sarr would hold that onto his chest. 8 minutes on the clock. Senegal 0, Morocco 0. In the final of the Africa Cup of Nations, Africa's flagship competition, and the Teranga Lions in all green, and Morocco in all white. Africa's pride in the line. It has been a very successful tournament, V-Power.
Yeah, it has been. Everything about it has been the best, and I think that they can only, it's more like a precursor to the 2030 World Cup, which will be a bigger stage for the Moroccans. And if they've been able to house 24 of Africa's best teams, so far we've not had a lot of issues off the field. It's been mostly with the officiating, but I think the organization in general has been good. Morocco have set the standard. Maybe the euphoria that you'd expect from the previous tournament in Cote d'Ivoire would not be same because of the cultural differences. But I believe that anybody that has experienced the tournament firsthand would attest to the fact that it's been a great tournament.
Absolutely, it's been a great tournament. And Kalidou Koulibaly in our picture, unfortunately, he can play no part in this. But what have you made of Niakite and Sarr? Massive Vipa.
Well, I've been impressed because it came as a form of unfortunate situation when Kalidou Koulibaly had that injury, but that pair has magically bonded, and then in the semi-final it showed for the rest of the almost, I think, 70 minutes of that game. They were so together. They were so in pairs, so in sync, and they are showing it here as well. One thing that I've also realized about this particular Senegalese team is they played a 4-2-2-2, and that's the box midfield. But in as much as they want to defend, they can switch it into a 4-3-3, and then when they are in the progress as well, they can go back into the 4-4. I think this is or should I say, a Route 1 Pro Max of football.
Ball goes to Lazuri on the left. Look to take on his man. He strides into the box. They double up on him.
Wow.
And what? I mean, that's a terrible foul from Iliman Ndiaye. He'll be lucky not to get booked for it.
Yeah.
On the edge of the box, in a dangerous place. El Kabi will be polishing his bicycle kick boots for this particular one.
I think we've seen the Moroccos make good use of set pieces. So let's see. This is in a very advantageous position. And let's hope that they can get something productive out of it.
Absolutely. Let's hope they can get something productive out of it. And it's been a raging battle between Iliman Ndiaye and Nosai Mazraoui. Those guys are brewing something.
So in the last game, that was the semi-final, Mazraoui had the most dribbles in the game as a right back. And that was very, very impressive. As a left back, sorry.
Yeah.
And that was very, very impressive. And knowing the stylish football of Iliman Ndiaye, going up against him, you would expect that he would be a little bit reserved when it comes to the attacking front, but he is not at all. He's also feeling very, very confident in attacking, whilst when Morocco are in the transition into attack. And let's see what comes out of this particular set piece.
Absolutely. Let's see if they can launch a long one in. And it will be an opportunity to take the lead. 31 minutes on the clock. And it will be Morocco who have the chance to get one into the box. Who takes this in? It will be as Lazuri behind the ball. Man in number 17 shirt raises his hands, about to launch a long one in. Will it be an in-swinger? As Lazuri, a long one into the box to nobody in particular. And the quality of set pieces in this game have been of straw.
Disappointing from Azazuli. He should have put in a better ball. It was more central for the players who were ready to pounce from the Moroccan side. But I think he hit it so hard and it just went out of play. Wasted opportunity. You don't have a lot of chances. So when you get something meaningful out of it.
Absolutely. Maybe they should come for Digrau. Do you know Digrau? Digrau. Do you know Digrau?
I don't know.
The Black Star set piece coach, Digrau.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, amazing stuff. Yeah, and it's 32 minutes on the clock. Senegal play from the back into the middle of the park. And then Morocco are pressing like they were irons. But that will be a foul for Senegal, who have an opportunity to get out once again. Long one forward. Referee says no way. Take it again. Oh no, but they continue with play. Ball on the right side. Goes back into the middle where Sarr will go back to Niakite. Niakite to Idrissa Ganagay, who has been a rock in that defense as well. But Pape Cheikh Diouf, what a player. Strides into midfield. Finds Iliman Ndiaye. Twinkle toes from him as well. But ball is won in midfield. And Senegal would look to win that once again. Kamara should be careful. But he wins it beautifully. And he is brought down. The game is becoming very physical.
Yeah, I like the ground duels. You should have a lot of physicality. And for the Moroccans, they should be able to match the physicality of the Senegalese side if they want something out of this game. So I'm loving more of it.
Absolutely, more of it. The kick out.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic stuff right here. Senegal will look to make a breakthrough. But we've not had a shot on target since the game started.
Wow, I think they would consider Papa Gay's header as a shot on target. So that is one shot on target for Senegal. I think that's
absolutely. I think they do consider it as a shot on target.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Fiaka, it's not surprising. We saw the Moroccan team restrict the Nigerian team, who were the best attack at this tournament. They had scored 14 goals prior to their game versus Morocco. They restricted them to a few shots. I don't think the Nigerian
2 shots
team,
in total.
exactly,
One on target.
So it will tell you that the Moroccan team have what it takes. They are playing the second best team in terms of attack. And if you've done it with a team that has scored the most goals, then it's of little surprise that we are seeing the sort of game that the Moroccans are playing.
Fantastic ball forward to Saibari, who finds himself in space against Sarr. Back to Lazuri. Saibari once again into the middle of the park. And it will be a long one forward. Can Morocco build on this one? Bilal El Kanous will look to find Brahim Diaz, who finally touches the ball. Gets the ball into the box, but that will be cleared. And finally, we see Brahim Diaz.
Finally, we see Brahim Diaz
after 35 minutes.
I mean, that's strange, man.
But that's a good pass from Brahim Diaz. The ability to put the ball behind the defense for the player to run onto. That is the sort of quality you have with a player like Brahim Diaz. You cannot entirely take him out of the game. You lose concentration, and a pass from him could punish you.
A pass from the Real Madrid man could punish you. I mean, what a beautiful edifice that this game is being played in.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful stadia. Iliman Ndiaye is on the pitch receiving treatment. Senegal will be hoping that he doesn't have to go. It's key to them getting anything from this game.
One of the men they count on. I'm just hoping that he can shake it off and continue the game.
Absolutely. But I mean, Mr. Kobe Perry,
Yes, sir.
I mean, the AFCON will usually brew up surprises. But this year's AFCON saw a lot of the top teams standing up and being counted. Raised the question, if Ghana had qualified, how far would they have made it?
Well, as Ghanaians, we are so used to the ifs and buts. I would not want to dwell on that. It's quite disappointing that we were not able to make it here. Since my lifetime, I have not been granted the opportunity of seeing a Black Stars team lift a trophy. So I would not want to dwell on the ifs and buts. The teams or the countries who have a project are doing the best. You can see it. You saw the drone shot of the edifice. It was giving Maracana vibes. You understand me? And this is
Wembley
an African
vibes.
It was giving Wembley vibes. And this is an African country. If they can do it, if we put our things right, we can do it.
Our neighbors Ivory Coast did it, and beautifully.
Exactly. And but the funny thing is, as Ghanaians, we consider ourselves
The
to be
ball
better.
goes forward to Iliman Ndiaye with a great chance.
should
Can
be
he
a
get the
goal.
first goal? Iliman Ndiaye, Bono, stuck out the foot and denied him. He should have done a lot better.
This is why
The lights were shining, the goal was gaping, and Iliman Ndiaye found a space.
Yeah.
But Yassine Bono found a save, and that should have been the first goal.
Full credit to Nicholas Jackson to put that pass through. And you'd want to think that Nicholas Jackson isn't your fancy striker, but the vision to pick that pass and put that ball through for Iliman Ndiaye, it should have easily been 1-0. But hey, Yassine Bono, he's made a name for himself. He's made a mark for himself. And these things should not come as a surprise.
Absolutely. You need keepers like this in championship winning teams. And Yassine Bono has just proved his mettle. I mean, this would come back to haunt Senegal, surely.
probably one of the best on the continent, if not the best. This is giving Emiliano Martinez vibes in the 2018 World Cup final when Kolumwani had that all-important attack that he failed to score. I think the same thing just happened here, and it's quite unfortunate. We just pray that Senegal doesn't rule this particular opportunity at the end of the game.
Absolutely, but Senegal would build again. Pape Cheikh Diop goes back to Niakite into the middle of the park where he finds Kamara. Kamara Dillis on it, goes all the way to the right where Pape Gay will look for a pass, but he'll go all the way back to Sarr, and Senegal will look to build it up once again from the base. At the back, intricate passing, ball to the left is Sadio Mane, the talisman, the Mercurial Sadio Mane, strikes like a tree down. Referee says no, advantage, but Senegal still with the ball. Surely that's a foul on the edge of the box. Surely a foul. And the physicality is beginning to go into an ascendancy right here. And Morocco on the receiving end of this particular one, V-Power. A chance for Senegal to make amends from earlier poor set pieces.
Once again, full credit, Nicholas Jackson. Side Sadio Mane, he's been the best, one of the best men in attack for Senegal. His runs off the ball, the fine passes to net pass at the crucial moment has been a telling factor for Nicholas Jackson. I'm loving the final 15 minutes of the game. The two teams showing intent, but of the two, it should be the Senegalese at least up by a goal. They've just failed to capitalize on the glorious opportunities that they have created.
Senegal have had opportunities. They've not capitalized on them. Now Morocco have an opportunity from a corner. Ashraf Hakimi, skipper of the side, is barking out orders. The Atlas Lions know it's now or never. It will be one down going from Eslazui, the Betis man. A header out, and it will be Morocco that will look to build once again. A ball back to the left side. Fantastic swivel by Lazui. Can he find a cross into the box? He does, and that was a glancing header from Naif again. For no one in particular, and the chances are opening up.
Wow, I like the way this game is opening up in the last 5 minutes of the first half. It's end-to-end stuff. End-to-end stuff. This should at least have been on target. At least it should have been. He actually missed it totally. That's quite unfortunate.
He got a glance to it. A very, very minute glance. Could have been significant. Ended up being insignificant.
What I've also realized is the physicality of the game has sapped them of their energies. You can see tired limbs, tired faces on this particular.
In the first 40 minutes?
Yes. No.
They are not ready to play a final.
No. With regards to the tackles, you see, when you go into a game and first 30 minutes, you are doing a lot of crunchy tackles. This is what will happen in the last 5 minutes. You are sapped of energy. You want to be very calm and you want to relax a bit, take a breath, and then see how the game goes. I'm trying to tell you that both these teams would rather see the game end 0-0 in the first half at this point, because if you see yourself to be the team that is lacking in energy, at any point in time you can be punished in this last 5 minutes of this first half.
It's nearly half time in this one. 41 minutes played. Thiao, what is he saying? He seems incensed by something. Maybe that free kick.
Yeah, the foul that was given in favor of Morocco.
So Senegal have 2 shots on target. Morocco have none. The defense of Senegal have been as solid as a rock, and they've kept Morocco out of this particular one.
I see what you are doing there, Fiaka.
Absolutely. And the Moroccans with the ball at the back. Nasser Mazraoui, when he returns to Man United, he probably will be playing in a more traditional role.
Yeah.
He's playing a left back today.
Yeah.
But it's Lazui on the ball. Can he take on Gay? He turns him inside out. Gets the ball to the edge of the box once again. But what a tackle. Absolutely crunching tackle. Won the ball. But ball still on the edge. Back to the right side where Ashraf Hakimi would find Bilal El-Kanous. Back to Brahim Diaz. Ashraf Hakimi once again. Brahim Diaz. Can he sprinkle stardust on this one? But can't get past you. It's been a solid power.
Do the basics. Ensure you are getting a foot to the ball. And that.
I mean, just look tackle. Crunch tackle from the Kamara. Kamara is going all out for it.
Yes.
Forget God.
Well, at the time you need to put your life on the line and country, and he has done exactly that. He was supposed to man mark Sarabia, and Sabari, sorry, and then he lost him. So it was on his count to do that recovery, and he did it to perfection.
Absolutely. I mean, Sabari has seen his number a few times, but then he's recovered, and now Sabari is not getting the spaces he got initially. But then if you look at the teams and how they've set up and how it's gone, what tactical tweaks do you think each of the managers should make if they have to find that breakthrough?
I think the two will definitely stick to the current script. There isn't a lot broken in the way that they are playing. It's unfortunate that the Senegalese team have not been able to make it count. They've been the best at creating chances. They've got 2 shots on target, have not been able to take them. For the Moroccans, maybe, just maybe, they would want to look at the positioning of certain players. We are seeing Brahim Diaz restricted. He's not been able to find his way from the flank into the danger zones. And I think that is distorting the sort of game that Morocco want to play. So maybe from the Moroccan side, they would want to tweak things in attack. Maybe push some men in. They have Yusuf Enesri. Rahimi is also on the bench because we've seen little of Ayub El Kalbi. He's been restricted. And when you have a more mobile striker, somebody who moves a lot and can take defenders away with them, it tends to help. But as it stands, it looks like the Senegalese did a proper job on the Moroccan team. They've nullified every threat that the Moroccans have and have thrown at them at the moment.
Ball goes to the left as Lazui finds Mazraoui, who's playing infield now, up against his man Iliman Ndiaye, back to Lazui. But then Gay, who said, listen, there's no way past me. And but we're looking at both benches as well. And very interesting, we saw Pape Matessa warming up. The likes of Ismail Assar on the bench But then again, it will be a breakaway for the Senegalese national team. Nicolas Jackson, Sadio Mane on the overlap. Nicolas Jackson finds Sadio Mane. Fantastic pass into the box. Sadio Mane with a shot just past the post. And the game is beginning to running up. Absolutely fantastic breakaway from the Senegalese. Kobe Perry.
Nicolas Jackson is having a fantastic day when it comes to the link-up play. He is having a fantastic day. He has realized that he is not the man to be on top when it comes to the loner at the top. So he's just doing the link-up plays. And so far, the 3 transitions that he has to do link-up play, he has done it to perfection.
Absolutely, he has done it to perfection. 45 minutes on the clock, 4 minutes of time added on. It will be a corner to the Teranga Lions, who are here in Roars from Dakar, from Rufisque, from Gori, and across the length and breadth of Senegal. Would they have these roars erupt with a goal at least before the halftime break? It will be a corner. All the big men are back in the box again. Sa, Niakite, etc. And Papi Gay, everybody will be looking to get a nod onto this particular one. And the ball will be launched in pretty shortly. 46 minutes on the clock. The referee has noticed something, and the dark arts have begun.
There's a lot happening on the goal line between News and Nicolas Jackson.
And the referee is warning them. He's telling them something. He's like, hey, Obafe said you know. Cafe Bulu Yajeme. His descendants are gone. I'm sure if you trace it,
I don't doubt that.
If he traces it, you find it. But then again, ball will be crossed into the box. Can they get a header in? Senegal. But then again, Morocco will clear to nobody in particular. And it will be Naikiti who would get that forward. And it will be Iliman Ndiaye once again loses out. And it is Brahim Diaz who's come deep to get the ball. Back to Brahim Diaz in the middle of the park. Can he find the ball forward? He finds Nozer Mazraoui. Mazraoui will stride forward looking for Eslazui. Finds him. Back to Brahim Diaz with Keche in the middle of the park. Goes past Iliman Ndiaye. Shows his star quality. And he's looking to find the ball. He's vacated his position and come to the other side just to do that.
So that was what I spoke about initially. He was right flank, and he's come in centrally to see more of the ball, more of a metronome, somebody who can dictate the pace of the game. And I think that is what we are seeing in the last minutes of the first half.
Absolutely. In about a minute or so, it will be over. And it will be Senegal through Gay. Gay will say, calm down. Back to Idrissa Gana Gay. Would dilly on that one small and go find his teammate Niakite, who strides forward. Idrissa Gana Gay playing the 6th role perfectly. Launches a long pass forward. And Bono would catch that with cheeky ease. And in a minute or so, first half will be over. And what kind of first half have we seen?
It's been a wonderful display. Trust me, one of the
and
best.
And ball given away, Iliman Ndiaye. Can he take on his man? He does. Strikes into the box. Ndiaye to the edge and a shot. And that's blocked. And Senegal are doing amazing. But it will be one last hurrah for Morocco. Can they get the ball forward? It is Brahim Diaz. Takes on his man. Brahim Diaz to the right side. And it is on the edge of the box. A shot from Saibari. And that will be blocked. The first half finishing with a flurry. And both teams with intent.
I beg to differ, but this has been, I don't know whether there's any other.
But then again, there's Lazui once again a shot, and it will be a corner. But the first half, the end of it has come to life.
I've never seen an end-to-end final in the first half when it comes to the AFCON like this before. It's an engaging encounter. Everybody has their teeth clenched at this particular point in time. I told you the last 5 minutes or the 9 minutes of the first half, if you lose your concentration, trust me, you will pay for it.
And Fiaka, I don't know if a lot of people have noticed, but Morocco's best player at this tournament has been Noazri Mazraoui.
Absolutely.
Clutch moment, came in at a very crucial moment, put in a tackle, put in a block. But for that block, that ball could have gone anywhere.
Absolutely, that could have gone anywhere. And that concludes the first half of the final of the African Cup of Nations. The Atlas Lions were looking to roar, but the Teranga Lions subdued them. It is 0-0 after what has been a crunch first half. And we right here on Sport FM will take a quick break. We will return for second half action from the Ghud Park at the Accra Mall. Stick and stay. We will be right back.
Just that, I think that the Senegalese coach will tell them, you need to be more clinical, especially in the second 45.
Absolutely. Second 45 will be crucial. And Kobe Perry, you kept an eye on the first half as well. Second half, what needs to change?
Well, I expect the intensity to go up. It's winner takes all. This is where you need to prove that you want it most. And I believe that the best team will definitely carry the day when it comes to I want the intensity to go up more. They should take their chances when they get them, as and when they get them. The tactical display in the first half was top notch, and I expect to see same or better.
Absolutely, we expect to see same on better. It is Senegal on the front in the second half. The ball goes all the way back. Rabat is rocking for the African Cup of Nations final. And both teams will give it absolutely everything. No changes to personnel for the second half. And it will be Senegal with possession. Ball will go back to Niakite. Niakite will look for a ball forward. He finds Sa. Sa once again will go to Kamara. Kamara has dropped very deep. V power. Much deeper than he was playing in the first half.
I think we are seeing a tactical switch from the Senegalese team for Cameroon, especially building from the middle. One man they are looking to rely on is Kamara. That is why he's still in the game. And he's the man that comes into the middle, try to get the ball and orchestrate play from there. There's a lot of tweaks in this team, and I'm loving every bit of it.
So in the first half, Idrissa Gana Gueye was playing 6 and Kamara was playing 8. But in the second half, as we saw in the first 2 minutes, Idrissa Gana Gueye has moved to the 8 and then Kamara has moved to the 6.
Absolutely, and we've seen him deeper. Ball goes forward. Nicholas Jackson, can he win that? He can't. And it will be very easily cleared by the Moroccan defense. Nayef Aged will come into the middle, where Saibari will go to the left and find Mazraoui. Mazraoui finds Saibari once again. Saibari on the ball. Twists and turns, swivels. Very good strength on the ball. And intricate passing. He will strike once again. It's the center line. No sir, Mazraoui goes past, finds Eslazoui. Eslazoui strikes into the box. He crosses, and that was a very timely intervention by a man in the number 25 shirt, Diouf Sheikh Malik. Impressive performance from him.
Timely header from Diouf. El Kabi was ready to pounce. That would have been Morocco's first goal, but he was aware of the danger, and that's how you defend.
Before we came on, I was watching a video from Malik Diouf's West Ham teammates. Beautiful video. They were all wishing him the best. A corner goes in, goes above everybody's head, and it will stride to Saibari. Saibari goes back once again, and it will be a long one forward. Crossfield ball looking for Hakimi, but that will be headed out by Sadio Mane, who was looking for a goal kick. But Morocco have a corner once again. Ashraf Hakimi on corner duty. They are racking up for the Atlas Lions. We are still live right here on Sporty 106.1 FM. And we are live from the Ghud Park inside the Accra Mall. If you're out and about in between, join us. Let's have a good time. Header into the box. And that will come to Eslazoui. Can he get the ball down? He does. Eslazoui twinkle-toed his way to the box. Back to the edge of the box. A shot. And that's blocked. And he'll go all the way back. And Morocco have started on the front foot.
Yes, they are going all out in the second half. I've always said that in this particular final, they are the one who seems to want it more, need it more, and they are definitely showing it in this early stages of the second half.
Saibari with the ball forward, ball into the box, and it will be cleared by Sa. But Morocco are repelling everything that comes at them, and they would look to build once again. Ball at the back. It goes all the way to Nayef Aged. Can he find Massina? He goes into the middle of the park, where Bilal El Kanous will go across the field once again. Nozer Mazraoui, Man United player, is looking for one over the top. Finds a pristine one to Eslazoui. He can't get past Gueye, and the referee says he was stopped illegally by Pape Gueye. Morocco are all over Senegal like skin rashes.
Good call from the referee. And I think that the approach for the Moroccans has changed in the second half. They are rather on the front foot in the second half. And they do not want this game to exceed beyond 90 minutes. They want to finish it off within regulation time. And the second half,
we are seeing a better Moroccan side in terms of attack.
And they will look to compound these attacks with a free kick on the edge of the box. Morocco have a chance. 51 minutes on the clock. Can they make it count? Massina and Aguera in the box. El Kabi, the bicycle kick merchant, is in the box as well. The fans cannot watch. Will they make the most of it? We've seen a lot of lackluster set pieces in this particular game. But this time around, as Lazuri would look to get one in. As Lazuri walks over it, and it will be one into the box, a shot, and the trend continues. Terrible set pieces.
Well, it's quite disappointing when it comes to this particular final, because those who take the set pieces, especially Ashraf Hakimi, is known for his prominence when it comes to set pieces. The good ones he has done before, but in this particular final, it's just one of those days for him, it seems like.
Absolutely. And here's Morocco once again with the ball at the back, enjoying a lion's share of the possession in the second half of this crunch encounter in the capital of Morocco. And as the ball is launched forward, can they find El Kabi? And it will be headed out by Niakite back to Sadio Mane, who will find Sheikh Diouf. Takes on this man beautifully, but that will be a throw-in. But Diouf, I mean, class act he's been. I'm sure some of the big teams will be looking at him.
You definitely have to look at him if you're looking for a young wing back who is very intensive, very tactical, very disciplined as well. Because I don't think I've seen him go into many tackles and losing, or very crunchy tackles, or making a lot of mistakes in this particular tournament. As I mentioned earlier, he's one of the players to
Senegal
watch.
will get one forward. Nicolas Jackson will stride, and he will get to that man in number 11 up against Nasser Mazraoui. Nicolas Jackson, twinkle toes into the box, loses out. Iliman Ndiaye will keep it alive for the Senegalese, and the Moroccan player is on the pitch. Referee says play on, but he stops it, and the North African syndrome is creeping in.
It was, if it is a head injury, then I think it is the right call from the referee. We would have to see the replay to ascertain the sort of injury that it was. I didn't see a lot in it, but we can see Nazo Mazraoui clutching his head. Yeah.
So there was a foul on Nicolas Jackson in the box, and if the VAR looks at it, Morocco could be in trouble. But I don't think the VAR would look at it.
They dare not.
They dare not look at it. But I mean, that was a clear foul on Nicolas Jackson. But it ends there. But ball at the back once again, Idrissa Gana Gueye. And just look at Kamara and Gueye. They've switched positions again. Iliman Ndiaye would get that out, and it will be a throw-in to the Lions of Teranga from Senegal. What a performance they've had in this African Cup of Nations tournament. Niakite with the ball forward, breaking the lines with that particular pass. And that surely will be an infringement to the Senegalese. And Morocco started strongly, but Senegal are warming their way back into this.
Exactly the same thing happened in the first half. Morocco took the game to Senegal. Senegal just soaked the pressure, and I've always said they are the best at turning defense into attack. They just know how to pick their moments, and they intensify the game as it goes on.
Absolutely. And Kamara, I mean, ever since that yellow card, he's come into the game. He's discovered his mojo.
Great player, no wonder he won young player, tough young player some time ago. He's shown class and quality in that midfield. And when coaches stick to players, even though they are booked, it tells you how reliable they can be. It tells you
That'll be a good pass to the left. Diouf, can he get one into the box? He does. Comes back to Diouf once again. He finds his captain in the box, Sadio Mane. And it will be a corner to the Senegalese. And Mane, I mean, he's playing very well today.
Yeah, he's the sort of person the Senegalese team would look up to conjure magic when it gets difficult. Against Egypt, he came clutch, shot from distance and got the goal. And in any game that has Sadio Mane, any opposition would want to ensure that they are doing a lot of work to curtail the sort of threats that he brings on board. But he's been decent so far for the Senegalese national team.
Sadio Mane has been decent. He said this might be his last hurrah at Africa's biggest soccer showpiece.
not a lot of people agree to that.
But will be Kamara cross into the box. Senegal with a chance on the edge, a bicycle kick, and that would go straight from Gay into the hands of Bono, who will launch a long one for the SV Bar.
Quite desperate from Gay. You are not beating Bono with that, but the intention is clear. Try to get every ball on target if possible. And the dynamics, we are seeing a lot of transitions in the game. Pendulum swing action in certain moments. You see the ball in the Moroccan half, the next moment the Senegalese have to defend. And it's the sort of balance. The two teams are equally pegged in this game. And it's worthy of a final. It will go down to little details.
The ball into the box once again. And here's a chance for Morocco. El Kabi, Eka Kitty Kitty B. Should have gotten that in, but he misses it. But that was a chance and a half for Morocco.
This is unbelievable. It's an unbelievable miss. It is an unbelievable miss. He cannot explain this in 1,000 years.
Bilal El Kanous put it on the plate for El Kabi.
There's no way he should be missing this.
And El Kabi.
He does the basic thing. Opens up his body, but he's not able to wrap his foot
around the ball.
But that pass from Bilal El Kanous, what a pass! It is a visionary pass. Not a lot of
that's a Bruno Fernandes type of pass.
You don't see a lot of players spot their teammates.
The pass is literally the goal.
It is.
All you need to do is just be there.
Yeah,
I mean, Abigail Senasosu convert that easily. Very easily. Tap in for Abigail Senasosu very easily. But El Kabi missed that chance. I mean, absolutely horrendous. And but I mean, Morocco have come into this game. They look now to be playing more of a 4-2-3-1. Looking at their formation, changing from a 4-3-3. Bilal El Kanous is drifting a bit more wide.
Yeah, and we are seeing the best out of him. We saw that pass. It was a very good pass. All he needed was precise finishing. And the intent of the Moroccans in the second half has been clear. Like I said earlier, they want to finish the game within 90 minutes and save themselves the hassle of 30 minutes plus the lottery of penalties. And if there's any team that knows how to win a game within regulation time, it has been this Senegalese team. It is something the Moroccans are wary of.
Absolutely, it's something the Moroccans are wary of. Niakite goes all the way back, and it will be a nice cross-field ball to the right side. Fantastic take on the right side of defense by Papegay. And Iliman Ndiaye will look to win a header. And he does beautifully. He comes up against Massina, takes him on, swivels around him. Fantastic play. But Saibari, who's his man, cuts that out as well.
All day, every day, Iliman Ndiaye is supposed to be in this Manchester United team. All day, every day, Iliman Ndiaye is supposed to be in this Manchester United team.
Who does he toss to the bench? Who makes way for him in that team?
All day, every day, he will toss Kobe Menu to the bench.
Who?
Kobe Menu, you toss him to the bench.
But Kobe Menu and Iliman Ndiaye play different positions.
The reason why I'm saying Kobe Menu is because I want Bruno to play
ball
the
into the box once again. It will be a goal kick. Yes.
If I divert, I would want Bruno to be the 8 and then Iliman Ndiaye be the 10 because he can run the ball.
But you saw Bruno playing the 10 yesterday and he was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I'm saying I need him in my team. Which and every way I need to fix him in my team, he has to be in my team.
Anyway.
Because if you can tell Kobe Perry that he can only do that in Football Manager.
Absolutely. Unless you go in the back end and do that. But El Kabi, what a miss once again. We are having a replay of that particular miss. And he should have done a lot better.
He would not forgive himself if the Moroccans do not win this final.
Kosi,
one of the best chances in
for footballing reasons, as one who has played the ball before, trust me, for any other reason, he should pray they do not lose this final. He should just pray.
If they do, Lawu. If they do, Lawu. 60 minutes on the clock, an hour ago, the final of the African Cup of Nations. We are still live right here on your Voice of Sport. I'm here with Kobe Perry and V Power. My name is Kosi Fiaka. You can call me the General. And we're live from the Ghud Park. A ball in the middle of for Senegal. Is Sarr. Sarr strikes on to the right, where he finds Papegay. Papegay back to Sarr. Sarr into the middle of the park for Kamara. Kamara for Idrissa Gana Gueye. Idrissa Gana Gueye strikes forward. Can he find a pinhole cross? He goes to the left side where Diop Sheikh Malik is. Sheikh Malik Diop goes all the way back once again and is Senegal with every single touch at the moment. They are moving the ball from left to right beautifully. It is Niakite. Niakite for looking for an opening. He finds Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane strikes on the ball, looks to take his man on, scoops one back to Sheikh Malik Diop, but he gives it away. Brahim Diaz, can he take this defense on? Brahim Diaz with a swivel ball to El Kabi. El Kabi shoots, and he gets a chance to shoot again, and that goes past the post. El Kabi misses, then Esla Zui does. Morocco should have done better, V-Power.
Talk about putting bodies on the line, and once again, it was a mix-up between the two Senegalese players. Brahim Diaz capitalized, and what a block! What a block! What a block from the Senegalese defender. It was a goal-bound effort.
Yes.
The rebound fell to Ezazul. It's a difficult thing to do.
Timely intervention, my Papa sir. Trust me.
Angle. It's difficult, but what a game we have on our
All
hands.
tournament. This is the first time I've seen Diop miss a pass or make a mistake in his position, and it nearly cost his team. I just pray he doesn't repeat this particular one.
Absolutely, we pray he doesn't repeat it. The game is simmering very, very much. And I mean, do you see this game being settled in regulation time, Kobe Perry?
With what I'm envisioning, it can. And we are enjoying the game. It's not a type of lackluster game where they are playing a 0-0 and the football is not that good. This is top class football. We can enjoy this for 150 minutes if we want to.
Absolutely. Two guilty chances missed. One from Eliman Ndiaye. Yeah. The other one as well from Yusuf El Kabi.
And credit to Mamadou Sarr. He came in to replace Khalidou Koulibaly, who is the captain. And I tell you, even Koulibaly on the bench will be proud of the sort of football he's seeing the lad play.
Absolutely. The Chelsea youngster. Chelsea are looking for centre backs. Just maybe he'll be called back from his loan spell at Strasbourg. Shout outs to Winston Michaels and the rest of the team. Moses Yabua and everybody that's right here at the Ghud Park with the team walking you through this particular game. And Senegal have some firepower on the bench. Who do you look to see come on first?
Ismail Assar is an option. We saw him in the first half warming up. I think they have Diallo also on the bench who can come on for Nicholas Jackson. But I believe that maybe the only change that they will need is somebody on the wide side, and that should be Oman India. He's done well, but I believe Ismail Assar offers more. As in, when he has a chance, he can be very lethal.
Morocco on the attack now. A ball to the right. Brahim Diaz up against Diop. It blows all the way into the center. Cross goes in, and that is a slice clearance from Niakite, and it will be a corner for Morocco. Yes, Viva.
I like the Moroccans. Onslaught, charge forward, push the Senegalese defense back, try to force them into errors, and that's exactly what we are seeing.
Absolutely, it will be a corner for the Atlas Lions of Morocco. 9 in the box. So is Massina. So is Saibari. Everybody is looking to rise above the occasion to at least not a goal in. Saibari is asking, is it me? No, Shaggy said it wasn't me. Probably not you. But then again, he has had a pretty good game. But so far, who has been your man of the match?
So far, my man of the match has probably been Lamine Camara. Even with a yellow
ball
card.
goes into the box, a header, and that will be out for another corner.
Even with a yellow, oh no!
That was a terrible, terrible collision.
Gory scenes.
Blood oozing. Terrible collision that was. The camera captured it and quickly
took it off.
Yeah, took it off. But it was a head-on collision. Yeah, man. It was one between Malik Diop
and Ayuni
and El Ainawi.
Yeah.
But Charlie, they say the melanin would always stand strong.
Yeah, Ubedis can so better G.
Charlie.
It's as simple as that.
Absolutely. You know, the guest who is in our photos, former Man United midfielder.
Yeah.
He might come on for the experience.
He might. He brings stability to that midfield. And though he's not the sort of player that we saw at Man United, he good player from Fiorentina, came into Man United, paid his dues, joined Fenerbahce, and is now with Real Betis in the Spanish La Liga. Initially, he was part of the starting 11 in this tournament, picked up a slight injury. Others have come in and filled his spot. But if you want somebody that gives you that bulldozing presence and stability in the whole of midfield, he's the man to count on.
Sofiane Amrabat is the man to count on. Momentary pause because of that injury. Diouf, Charlie, nothing they do you. Nothing they do you, Massa. Oh, sorry.
And it'll be quite a tale if Sofiane Amrabat wins it in Rabat.
Sofiane Amrabat wins it in Rabat. Oh my God, rhymes upon rhymes. But then again, we are still here. 67 minutes played. What's that on his head? It looks like an ice pack. Yeah, but I mean, come on, it was the back of his head. But the substitutes for Senegal are warming up. The lad from PSG, Mbaye. He's had a few cameos and he's done well.
Youngest player to score at the AFCON, 17 years. Had a good tournament so far. He's made the cameos count. And anytime he plays, he uses quality. People are already tagging him the man to replace Sadio Mane. And with the sort of football that he plays, he can only get better in this Senegalese team. It is a national team that offers young talents the opportunity to thrive. Kamara is a typical example. Lots of young lads also in the team. And Mbaye could have played for the French national team, chose to play for Senegal at a very young age, and he's one for the future.
I think it's a theme that has run through this AFCON. You look at a lot of the big teams, the Côte d'Ivoire, the Senegals, etc., and they've recruited a lot of very young talent. Côte d'Ivoire have got the likes of Yan Diomande, the likes of Ilao Nai, etc. Senegal.
Dewey?
Yeah. And they are giving the next generation an opportunity. I mean, Ghana, that's in the door. Is that something we are missing out on?
I don't think Ghana is in the doldrums. I think that over the period...
You don't think a country that didn't qualify for the AFCON is in the doldrums?
I don't think so. But I think
a country that hasn't won an AFCON game in the last 3 editions?
Over the period, we have been badly coached. The coaching decision from those who employ coaches have not been the best. But they've stuck to the same sort of structure, the same sort of people that are taxed to bring in coaches. And we've had ramifications. We've not qualified for this AFCON. But if you look at the Ghana team, Fiaka, we have a decent setup. If you have Alexander Djiku, if you have Mohamed Kudus, if you have Antoine Semenyo, if you have Thomas Teipate, if you have Jordan Ayew, if you have Joseph Pinto, if you have Kamaldeen Sulemana, these are players that have the quality. And sometimes the signs are clear on the wall, but people do not heed the instruction. Typically, Man United had a coach who stuck to a particular system. He made the players look average, but when Michael Carrick was brought in, somebody who knows the in and outs of the club, he played in the traditional manner that United
just play players in their right positions.
And they won the Manchester Derby. I was shocked as a Man United fan. So sometimes it has to be the technical direction, the man in the dugout. And we've seen a coach that was very lackadaisical about our chances of qualification for the AFCON. Since 2004, we had not missed out on the AFCON. He came in and made it look like statistics and record do not really concern him. And played 6 games, drew 3 and lost 3. And it tells you that we were not serious about the AFCON. Probably on the back of the fact that it had become more like a birthright for us. But hey, if you are in a group that had Niger, Sudan, and Angola, and you do not qualify for the AFCON, you only have yourself to blame.
You need to be beaten.
So I don't think we do not have the quality. I think we need to be serious, especially with coaching.
Well, the duty bearers probably will be listening to us, and we need to be serious with coaching. 71 minutes on the clock. Senegal 0, Morocco 0, and the injuries are racking up for that Moroccan team. That was a very deep cut being treated. But talking about the Black Stars, Thomas Partey conundrum. He doesn't play at Villarreal, and they are looking to even get rid of him at the end of the season.
Yeah, Marceliano has said
he does not see a future with Thomas Partey. Look, he should take the next flight to the Saudi zone and get in some good cash. And there's a lot to the Partey issue, especially the off-the-field issues. I think it's made him more of a villain. He had to leave Arsenal because of some of these issues. Maybe they would want to narrow it down to the fact that they couldn't come to an agreement in terms of his wages. But clearly, the legal issue was taking a toll on him. He went to Valencia. A chunk of
Villarreal,
a chunk of Spanish supporters initially criticized that move, but the club showed solidarity. And I think that sometimes you have to work your way into a team. With his experience, he showed glimpses, but it is quite sad that he's not being the favored choice in that Marcelino team. And look, he needs to get into the Saudi region, get some good cash, and maybe look at retirement.
look at his talent, and we will be hoping that the anchor man for the Black Stars midfield does something. Ainawi will change his shirt. It's drenched in blood. But 72 minutes, no changes. Who do you see making a first move on the chessboard?
Obviously the Senegalese team, because they seem to be on the onslaught at the receiving end of the onslaught from the Moroccan team at this point, and they would need to do some tactical changes, bring them some fresh legs to be able to transition the defense into attack and see what they get from this particular final. That's an injury, a very serious one that took almost 10 minutes of the game, and would see a very long, should I say, transition end when it comes to this particular end of the game. Maybe additional minutes from the referee should not be below 7 minutes.
Also, it should not be below 7 minutes. Let's see. But there's a milli in the box, and the players are looking to diffuse that milli. The game is brewing a lot of tension as we do go along. It's calmed down a little bit, and Senegal are keeping their cards to their chest. The referee is looking to control every single action right there in the box. Nicholas Jackson up against Massina. What were these guys doing? It will be
some pushing and shoving in the box.
So it will be Ashraf Hakimi to launch that corner in. 73 minutes gone. Corner goes in, and Senegal will clear, but not entirely. And that will be a cross in, and it will be a welcome goal kick. But the game has slowed down a little bit. V-Power.
Yeah, I think that situation between the two players took a bit of sting out of the game, and gradually the momentum will build.
Gradually, the momentum will build, and it's looking like Senegal are about to make a substitution.
Yeah.
We'll find out who comes on for who pretty shortly.
It is Ismail Assar, and the likely replacement.
Oh, a double substitution they are about to make.
Yeah.
And I mean, the referee will call them back for something.
Because
yes,
you need to be that integral to a team
for
you to go through that.
I think it's a triple substitution.
For you to go through that, and your coach would insist that you stay on the pitch.
Yeah.
You need to be that integral to a setup in the final that your coach will not wish that you leave the team, even with your face gushing out with blood. And that should show you how such coaches have put a lot of trust into their players that they have selected for this particular final. It is a bloodthirsty one, and then we just hope that it ends well for both teams or the strongest team.
Absolutely, Morocco with the stride forward, and that probably guided it out. The referee says no, and Senegal are preparing a triple change, and that should be done pretty shortly. Mbaye and Ismail Assar, and we'll find out who the third one is. It looks like they want to take.
Yeah, Pap Matassa, Ismail Assar, and Mbaye.
So it looks like they want to take this by the scruff of its neck.
Yeah, an all-attacking substitution, and I'm not surprised because the coach would want to win it.
So Sek is coming on for Mendy in the first substitution of the game. So Sek is coming on for Mendy.
Like for like substitution.
And Ismail Assar is coming on for Kamara.
Yeah.
So an attacking midfielder for a central midfielder. And so Sek is coming on for Mendy. Mendy is a right back. And then it's Iliman Ndiaye is coming on for Mbaye. So not very...
So 4 changes.
4 changes from the Senegalese team. 4 changes, Fiaka.
No, it's actually 3.
Sek
for Mendy. Mendy is a right back.
Lamin Kamara off.
Off for Ismail Assar.
Then
And Mbaye on
also on.
for Iliman Ndiaye. So that's 3.
Pap Matasa is not on.
No,
yet.
Pap Matisa is not on the pitch.
Okay.
Yeah. So it will be a long ball forward. Can Senegal seize the initiative? Nicolas Jackson finds Sadio Mane, who controls it, but it will be a throw-in. But tactically, what does this mean to this Senegalese team?
It means that in the last 10 minutes of the game, Papegay has realized that, I think Thiaw has realized that they are under an onslaught and he has to transition into an attack. If he really wants it, this should be the time that he should kill off the game. So he's moving into attack as well. 13
minutes to kill off the game. And does he have what it takes to do that? It's 77 minutes on the clock right here. And we are still live on Sport FM. We are the voice of sport. Morocco with Eslazui on the ball, goes all the way back. Morocco haven't made any changes. Yeah. And you look on their bench, and they've got Ait Boudal, they've got Akomach, they've got El Harrer, they've got Amrabat, they've got Bellamari, Chibi, El Yamik, El Neseri, who can make a difference. Yeah, Ingamane, Muner as well is a big one. Rahimi, Roman Seis, Salah Eddin, Taibi, and Tagalin. Who makes a difference in this one?
I think that the Moroccan coach would want his team to see out the entirety of the game. There should be something that forces an injury from the Moroccans, if you ask me. But maybe they would want some solidarity, they would want some bit of stability in the midfield. We saw Amrabat, we've seen other players too. I'm just looking at the sort of change that the coach would want to make. And then that could sort of influence the game he wants to play. If you look at the Senegalese team, I think they've resorted to a 3-back system from what I saw. And they've pushed more men forward. So it looks like there are 4 men in attack. There's Mbaye, there's Jackson, there's Sadio Mane, and one other player up front for the Senegalese.
Absolutely. And it will be a corner to the Moroccans. Ashraf Hakimi will stand behind that. He been buckling himself in this game. We've not seen those quintessential Ashraf Hakimi forward runs.
I said it prior to the beginning of the game.
So it looks like El Kabi is coming off and El Neseri is coming on. El Kabi has been anonymous in this one. Different kind of threat, yes?
Yeah. I think that Yusuf Energy comes.
And El Kanous is coming off as well. We'll find out who comes on for him.
Yeah, Yusuf Energy offers aerial threats. And I think that.
So Tagalin comes on for El Kanous as well.
After this substitution, we'll see the Moroccans putting a lot of aerial balls into the danger zone. And if there's one man that can leap very high, Cristiano Ronaldo wept because of Yusuf Energy. And the Senegalese players are highly aware of that.
Absolutely. It will be a corner once again. And there's still a milli in the box. Both teams really want this. And Gay is not giving any way to the man in number 25 shirt, Messina. And there's a shot into the hands of Mendy, who will look to launch a long one forward. So corner came in. It was a snapshot from the edge of the box. And that was a tame one from Eslazuli. And Mendy will say, thank you very much. I'll grab that. But Senegal on the attack. And it is Sa in the middle. He finds his midfield enforcer in Idrissa Gana Gueye. Can they get the ball forward? And it is Gueye who gets the ball all the way back once again. And Senegal will look to build very patiently from the back. Sa once again with a brilliant pass to Diouf. Diouf launches a long one forward into the channels where he finds Nicolas Jackson. Nicolas Jackson moves to hold this up. He does brilliantly to do so. 2 against 1 for Nicolas Jackson. Can he keep it up? And it will be a corner for Senegal. The referee points to the corner flag. Nicolas Jackson did brilliantly.
Great work rate from Nicolas Jackson. It's really surprised me in today's game. He's been the man for Senegal that has drawn a lot of Moroccan players away. He draws them away and offers the other players an opportunity to run in behind. And he's done that perfectly well. I'm not surprised that he's still in the game.
81 minutes on the clock. And Nicholas Jackson, maybe Chelsea will be calling him back. He's still a Chelsea player, by the way.
He's still a Chelsea
And with a change in manager, who knows? Otunfo said they don't need him back. He's currently better than all your strikers combined. He's currently better than all your strikers.
Now, Fiaka, you see, during Maresca's time, Maresca was questioned a lot of times why he opted to play Nicholas Jackson. And he said he plays the sort of centre-forward football that he wants. And clearly, you can see he might not be the best player at finishing. He might miss crucial chances. But what he offers on and off the ball is incredible. He has incredible work rate to his game.
Winston Michael, would you take Nicholas Jackson back at your team? Otunfo wouldn't take him, but well, I think he's better than Joao Pedro and Liam Delap, and he's better than Delap, but not Joao Pedro. Chelsea fans said they'll take him. Nicholas Jackson, the same man who was the villain at a point for his disciplinary record. Ball goes to the back once again. It will be intricate passing. Diouf, who has had an amazing game, long one forward. Nicholas Jackson would not get to that. But Sadio Mane playing out on the wings. Tactically, we've seen him play as an inside forward. Is he being limited by playing out as a out-and-out winger?
The Moroccan team, if there's one player they would sweat all throughout before the game to map up a strategy against, it was Sadio Mane. And clearly on the field of play, we are seeing that the Moroccan team have done a good job keeping him at bay.
Okay, you want to keep him at bay, and they would look to at least make sure that is worth the while. Ball in the middle. Idrissa Gana Gueye, long crossfield ball to the right. Can Senegal get one into the box? Ball on the right. A shot. Nicholas Jackson in the box. He doesn't get there, but Sadio Mane would barge into Ashraf Hakimi. The referee says that will be an infringement. 50-50 balls. That was a body check, wasn't it?
Well, it's quite unfortunate that the referee thought this was a foul. It was a 50-50 ball. This was a shoulder-to-shoulder game. I don't know. Okay, it was a shove in the back. It's a foul. It's a shove in the back. So I think the referee got it right on that one. With regards to, I think off the field of play, both coaches have done so well. There's been a technical masterclass. When you chop and change, the other coach also chops and changes. There's been changes made. The Moroccan coach has also responded. And we are having a masterclass of a final in the AFCON. 84
minutes played. Bono with a long one forward. And he has been the difference with that fantastic save from Iliman Ndiaye. El Kabi as well had an opportunity to slot that into the back of the old onion bag. He slotted it past the post instead. Long one forward once again. Senegal can't build anything. El Ainawi is brought down, and that will be an infringement to Morocco. But if this game travels to extra time, to whose benefit would it be?
I think that if you count on experience in this tournament, the Moroccans have played in extra time, and it will augur to the advantage. I think that the Senegalese have been used to playing 90 minutes football a lot, and they might not welcome the idea of going into extra time because you need to really keep the concentration. If there's a side that has done it already, it is the Moroccans, and I think that the advantage will go.
Brahim Diaz on the charge forward. Can he get one into the box? He does, and is cleared very easily by Senegal. Mbaye once again gives it away, and Senegal are giving gifts away to and Nicholas Jackson wins once again. Brilliant play up front, holds the ball beautifully, goes and finds Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane on the stride, goes to the right. Ismail Assar, can he take on his man? Ismail Assar, and he crosses it in, back to the edge of the box, a shot, and it slides past the post, and Senegal are scuffing it.
Exactly. There are desperate moments in this particular end of this thriller. I would like to rebut V Power's analysis or inclination that the extra time might go to the advantage of the home team. But when 90 minutes are up and Morocco doesn't find a headway, they will begin to become desperate. The pressure will pile up on them because they have all to lose when it comes to this particular one, especially if they do not win it in full time and they would be pushed into extra time. It can also work into an advantage for the Teranga Lions because they don't have anything to lose at this particular point in time, especially when it comes to the fact that they are playing in Rabat and they are playing as the underdogs in this particular one.
Absolutely. They don't have anything to lose. But what they're doing now is they are ticking down the clock. And they would do what the North Africans do best in situations like this.
Yeah.
Do it to the
opportunity
advantage.
to wind down the clock. It's a strategy they deploy a lot, especially the countries from North Africa. But at moments like this, you'd want to deploy such strategy. Wind down the clock. You have 30 minutes. And I was saying that it will go the way of the Moroccans because mentally they've been there. Against the Nigerian team, they were there. They went 120 minutes. And then when it got to the lottery of penalties, they knew they had a better goalkeeper in Yasin Bono. And Yasin Bono showed class. Of the two goalkeepers, Edward Mendy, if you look at him, he's not really good at saving penalties like Yasin Bono does. So walk it into 30 minutes extra time, walk it into penalties, and it favors the Moroccans more. If the Senegalese want to win this trophy, they should win it in 90 minutes or probably in 30 minutes of extra time. Anything beyond that, and the Moroccans have an advantage.
Anything beyond that, and the Moroccans have an advantage. And they are looking to make a substitution of their own. Morocco are looking to make a substitution of their own. Currently is El Yamik. El Yamik, who's come on from Messina. He's a centre back. Messina looks like he's injured. And El Yamik, he has tears in his eyes. I mean, you can imagine, man, playing in a final.
He had the dislocated shoulder earlier. It was touched up for him, but it looks like he can't bear the pain anymore. So it's a forced change. It doesn't look like something that the Moroccan technical bench would have done if not for the injury. But at this point in time, they would have to bear with this.
Yeah, but he's crying, man. Grown man.
Earlier in the tournament, Morocco in their first game lost Ramon Saïd.
So ball forward to Nicolas Jackson. He does well, very, very well to win that. Back into the edge of the box once again. Can Senegal do the sucker punch and shot? A fantastic save from Yasin Bono. But Nicolas Jackson, absolutely sensational centre forward play.
I've told you, Fiaka, if you think it's not quality, you have to rethink. That is what he offers. Ability to hold on to the ball for his teammates to arrive. He does it better.
I mean, just look at how he uses physicality. But then again, back to Diouf. Diouf with a long one into the box. Can they head it across? Senegal do. And Yasin Bono would grab that. But brilliant play from Nicolas Jackson. Held it back beautifully. Go back onto the edge of the box. And Baye shot. And Bono. Yeah, but this time around it is the Moroccans. And the chances are coming thick and fast.
Yes, end-to-end stuff. It's been all 90 minutes, end-to-end stuff. It's thrilling. We are enjoying every bit of this. We want this and more. If we get this in the extra time all the way into penalties, trust me, as I said earlier, even if we get 2 hours of this scintillating football, we will enjoy every bit of it.
Absolutely.
And Fiaka, the thing about Nicolas Jackson in that particular situation was not only the hold-up, the ability to nip the ball between two defenders and find him by was great thinking from Nicolas Jackson. But the Moroccans themselves have also had decent chances. They've not been very, very clinical in front of goal, but I like the game. End-to-end stuff, worthy of a final.
After 8 minutes of time added on, we expected a chunk we've got. Fantastic play from Mbaye. Goes all the way forward, finds Ismail Assar, who crosses into the box. And that is a very, very crucial intervention. That was set up perfectly for Nicolas Jackson, who just had to
timely intervention by Yamik, who was just brought on.
He just brought on, but a fantastic defending.
Super.
I'm sure Winston Michaels will take him over Badiashile at Chelsea. You take him over Tosin Aderabioyo.
but Mbaye's intensity that he has brought into this game is so good. Top-notch performance from the young chap. He's really putting his name out there.
Absolutely. And that was a good intervention. But I mean, Great defending that was of
Yeah, you keep the concentration. That ball goes past you, and you'll be picking it from the back of the net. Great awareness and defending.
And it will be a corner to the Lions of Teranga. Do they have what it takes to win this in regulation time? Sadio Mane is in the box. Cross goes in. Can they get a header? A header goes in. And Senegal have the goal. The Lions of Teranga have the goal. But the referee is stopping it. He's seen something. The VAR will look at it. The referee has seen something. Was it a foul? But the ball came in. That was a foul. He had his hands all over him. No, but that's a 50-50.
Yeah,
there was really nothing in it.
That's a 50-50.
50-50.
That's a 50-50.
But the VAR didn't even look at that. The VAR didn't even look at that. At least the VAR should look at that.
They should look at that. They have to definitely look at that. You cannot just overlook this.
No, this is soft.
This is soft.
It's soft.
This is so 50-50. This is
The
so
VAR
50-50.
should at least look at that.
Yes, they should at least look at that. This is so 50-50. This is so unbelievable. I can't believe this.
Senegal are making more changes. As Nicholas Jackson is coming off. And Ndiaye.
Wow.
Sheriff Ndiaye is coming on. And Nicholas Jackson off. Sheriff Ndiaye on.
Counter reactions everywhere. This is so unfortunate.
But at least the VAR should have looked at it.
At least.
That was soft.
For the sake of
It was not a shove in the back. It was not a shove from the side. There was face to face. They should definitely look at this.
For the sake of
because it's a goal, a disallowed goal, the VAR should look at it.
This is unbelievable.
So Winston Michaels has a lot to say. Winston Michaels, you want to join us on set quickly?
You see, me, I'm not shocked. I was talking to Vipa at the beginning. I said I'm worried about Senegal because no matter what, they'll rob them. I said it. Vipa, I didn't tell you.
You told me.
Because look, the game ends here. The game literally ends here if he takes this goal, and he knows that. That's why he has extended the play, and they haven't even checked it at VAR. This is
I
a
can't
clear
believe the
50-50.
VAR doesn't want to look at
This
this.
is a clear 50-50 that decides the game, and they know it. They know it.
Let's take a few more opinions. So Tunfo, you saw that. You want to join us quickly? No, you want to join us? No, join us quickly.
They didn't check it because they know if they check it, they'll have to take it. That's why they didn't check it.
Do you think VAR should have at least looked at this?
Yes, sincerely, yes. But at the end of the day, I saw a push. Sincerely, I saw a push.
But was there enough in the push?
The defender always had the advantage in this box. The defender always had.
Anyway, Morocco have the advantage now. Ball into the box, and Senegal will clear. So we are just taking a few opinions from around.
Wow.
And Otunfo saw a push.
Yes.
I
also saw a push.
Did you also see a push?
I saw a push. No, because I saw a push. But what I'm saying is, if it's a push between two people who are on head-on, I don't understand why Hakimi has turned his back to fall. If we are in a box and we are tussling over the ball, I don't expect you to fall after I push you in the face and you turn and fall. It's so soft. It is so soft.
Well, like I said, I think the fairest was for the VAR
At
to have
least
taken a look at it.
Just take a look at it. Wow.
So ball into the box, and Senegal value. They will look to get one for it. But Vipa, you want to say something?
Bafiaka, I want us to look at it from this angle. Does the push prevent Achraf Hakimi from making a fair charge at the ball?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It's a foul.
Yes, it's a foul. Yes, it does. On that score, it says a foul.
It is a foul.
But hold on. But if you're going to say that, don't you also believe that it's fair that they stop the game and also review it? That's also fair for Senegal because it's crucial.
No,
they didn't check it because they know that the evidence is incriminating. They know it.
I'd said earlier that it would be worthy of a
It was
VAR
very,
review.
very worthy for the VAR to at least check it. They should have checked it.
They should have checked it. But I mean, we'll look at it over and over again. And
Such a controversial end to the game. Why is he fighting for his? Wow, they should check that, Ibrahim.
So Raheem Diaz is looking for a foul.
Wow, you expect them to check this rather?
And tempers are flaring, absolutely flaring in this one. He's remonstrating.
But no, I think Brahim should get a card for this. He's not a captain. He should get a card for this. If Brahim Diaz he's not a captain, he should get a card for this. Brahim Diaz should get a card for this.
But this was soft as well.
This is very soft. I don't. If he didn't take the other one, he shouldn't even look at this, right?
Fiaka.
I think Brahim Diaz should take a card for this. The demonstration is too much.
So the VAR is going to have a look.
This is insane.
The VAR is going to have a look at this.
This is
The VAR.
Fiaka. Let's put sentiments aside and look at
VAR
the game.
Is going to have a look at this. VAR is going to have a look at it. And
Fiaka, let's look at the situation. He held him down.
But will you be surprised if this penalty is given?
I'll not be surprised. Clearly he held him down. Clearly.
Yeah, but you see, I think the issue here that a lot of people are raising is that if VAR checks this, then he probably might check the other one. Is that what you think as well?
Obviously, I think we all stand on the same score when we say if VAR is checking this, he should have definitely checked the Senegalese one that ended up in the goal.
I think there's a lot of issues.
I'm telling you.
And what's the referee's decision? The referee has awarded a penalty. The referee has awarded a penalty at the very death. The referee has awarded a penalty at the very death. Scenes upon scenes. God, my, oh my.
What an end to the game.
This is unbelievable. This
Football
is historically
never ceases to surprise.
It never ceases to surprise. 90 plus 6. This
So
is
the Senegalese are asking,
unbelievable.
why didn't the VAR check the other one?
Fiaka, I think there will be a lot of afters after this.
Yes,
particular
because
incident.
even the Senegalese one ends up in the goal, and they don't check that. That's a goal contention. They don't check it, but they check the penalty contention.
And the
Wow.
Senegalese are visibly stricken.
Wow.
They are visibly stricken.
Wow.
And they'll feel very slighted by this, extremely.
I don't think the Senegalese will feel slanted by this. I think the world of football will feel slanted by this.
But V-Power, I mean, what do you make of all of this drama?
Well, I think that there was a lot in that situation. Clearly, there was a tag on Brahim Diaz. He was held down, and you make it difficult for the referee in such situations, especially when the VAR calls his attention. Normally, you know the outcome, and it's a penalty for Morocco. Not the sort of end a lot of neutrals will want, but this is football.
This is football, and I mean, there'll be a lot of conversations in and around this. There'll be a lot of conversations.
Because based on what we know about the VAR, when there's a goal contention, a red card contention, a penalty contention, they do check, right? So this late in the game, there's a goal contention, they don't check, but there's a penalty contention, and they check. The remonstration comes from not the captain. This is unbelievable. This is
But will there be some poetic justice here? Let's see.
Wow.
And the Senegalese.
Sek should leave there. It should not call. This is a catastrophic end to the game. This is one for the history books. This is definitely one for the history books.
There's quite a lot going on here. Even Mendy has made his way up.
Yeah.
Mendy has made his way up.
And Ghana Gay is still telling the referee to have a review of the earlier incident, but I don't think it will stand. I think the penalty call stands. There will be a lot of afters after this game, I tell you. There will be bad reportage after this AFCON. If that ball should go in, if Morocco should score this penalty and win the AFCON, I think we are in for a lot of bad reportage.
Absolutely, and it will be one that will be spoken about for many, many years to come. The two coaches are in conversation, and I'm sure even the Moroccan coach is wondering what's happening. What's going on? Oh my God. Football. So the penalty has been given, There's nothing anybody can do about that. And, well.
Yeah.
So the penalty has been given.
And look at it.
And the Senegalese are walking away from the pitch. They are walking off. They would not continue. The Senegalese team, African drama, they are walking off the pitch.
This is crazy, Fiaka.
They will not continue under these circumstances. He's calling his players, telling them to boycott the game. I've never seen anything like this before. Absolutely. Never seen anything like this.
Kosi, that's what I said. I said it. Kosi, what they're
He's
doing.
He's damning the consequences.
Kosi,
telling them no more.
Kosi,
no more.
Yeah, you know why? I said it because the moment you allow them to take this penalty, it means that you've accepted robbery. The moment you allow them, you've accepted robbery. It's better to walk off. It's better. For sportsmanship and fairness, it's better to walk off.
Absolutely. I mean, we've never seen anything like this before.
This is
never
beautiful.
seen
I love
anything
it.
like this before.
Never.
Well,
Absolutely. I think they are damning the consequences.
yes,
And they are walking off the pitch.
They are walking off the pitch because at this point in time, they deserve a review of this. They deserve a review of this. For footballing reasons, they deserve a review of this. They deserve a review.
The man in
of
the
this.
middle has the weirdest look on his face.
Yes,
But
he does.
Fiaka, I had said that there'll be a lot of afters if that penalty is given.
They are afters even now.
I'm really surprised that Papi Thiaw has taken the bull by the horn. He's done the consequences, like you said, and told his men to walk off the pitch. Never have I seen such a spectacle at the AFCON, Fiaka.
Absolutely. And all they're asking for is a review of the VAR review. That's what they're asking for.
That's all they're asking for, a VAR review of this, because they deserve it. But when it comes to the walking of the pitch, we have to stand by the course. According to the rules of the game, this is unsportsmanly at all. It does not support sportsmanship at all. On any other day, when it comes to any other team across the road, it does not support sportsmanship at all. This is so unsportsmanly. It's very barbaric. But yes, he has done the consequences. Says on this stage, he deserves a review.
So we'll have a look at that once again. But I mean, that was a 50-50, clearly.
That was a 50-50.
I mean, clearly a 50-50.
It was.
Clearly a 50-50.
But like I asked earlier, does it prevent Hakimi from getting to the ball fairly? And he does it.
I mean, I think he should have just gone to VAR. No, you see, if he had gone to...
See, if you follow the build-up, I'm from Senegal. I'm coming. See, Morocco has an agenda, and it is obvious.
Yeah.
From the build-up of the game till now, they've been unfair to Senegal. No pitch to train, no security, like just anything. So this, at least just watch, or we won't play again. And I know the whole Africa is standing up for this, I'm telling you.
Absolutely, and it looks like I said, it's just a very simple favor they're asking of. I think if he had gone to VAR, and even VAR had awarded that foul, they would have had a fair say.
And Fiaka, had VAR reviewed that first incident, this penalty probably might not happen in the first place.
You understand me? If VAR had just watched the Senegalese one, then they would not have a contention with this. Do you understand?
Even in the first place, because the game would have to restart. And then probably this scenario.
The game initially did restart again. Yeah. You see, the game eventually
And they said the Senegalese fans are destroying property in the stadium.
Yeah.
Our reporter in Morocco, Asad Bouedou, said the Senegal players are walking off the pitch in protest to the penalty. They are walking off the pitch. And they will not want to continue this game if things continue the way they have. And Sadio Mane and the team have walked off the pitch. They will not continue. Claude Leroy, one of the quintessential figures of African football, is hugging. So what would this end in? Would the game end in a stalemate? Would it be postponed? What would happen?
Fiaka, there was a bit of contention between Sadio Mane and his coach. If you look at Sadio Mane,
he wants
the game to
he wants the sportsmanship to go on.
His coach has the final say, and he's told him to walk off the pitch. All the Senegalese players are gone but Sadio Mane.
Absolutely.
Such a sportsman, Sadio Mane.
And I mean, this will be a sore taste in the mouth of the Moroccans.
Even if they forfeit the game and they win the AFCON, they will know that they never ever end it. Yes, exactly the point. That's the point the Senegalese want to make. That if they forfeit the game and you take the cup, then it means you didn't earn it. You will be African champions, but you will never ever enjoy that cup.
Sadio Mane is asking the team to come back.
To come back onto the pitch.
But I mean, they've made headlines already with this.
Yeah.
And all eyes will be on this. This will be the talking point. But what does this mean for African football? What does this mean for African football?
Look, Kosi, at this moment, it's no longer about winning or losing. This will create so much attention that FIFA president and CAF president will be called to order, because you cannot
unfortunate. I think there's a banter between Sadio Mane and his coach. The coach wants them out, Mane wants them in. I think Mane should be listening to his coach because he is your technical guide. He's not a captain. Mane is not. See, when it comes to the regulations of the game, your coach wants you off the pitch. The players leave. Sadio Mane is not the captain of the Senegalese team. Do you understand me? He's a senior player in the team, but he is not the captain of the Senegalese team. I do not see the reason why he's rescinding the decision of his coach to take his boys off the pitch.
Monumental disgrace if it happens like this for African football.
Monumental disgrace. Monumental disgrace when it happens like this. I don't think I have ever seen or heard of an AFCON final like this.
And El Hadji Diouf has spoken to Sadio Mane. I think Sadio Mane thinks that anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
So let's keep playing.
Let's just allow the game to go on. The players should come back on the pitch. Nobody knows what will happen in that penalty takeout. Whether it will be saved. So Mane is rushing into the dressing room to bring back the boys onto the pitch. What a weird look. A wry smile from the face of the referee.
Because we have to look at what happens if Senegal do not come back to play. The good thing is that the lads are coming back to play.
Well, at least what I can take from this is at least they registered their displeasure. At least the world has seen. At least the continent has seen. The football fans, football lovers have seen. They have registered their displeasure. A round of applause.
And Edouard Mendy goes back in. I mean, what drama?
Such a sportsman.
What drama?
Sadio Mane.
Or just maybe Morocco will miss the penalty on purpose. Just maybe.
What I'm ruining the most, Kosi, is that this is taking all the taste of the game we have enjoyed so much. I just
El Hadji Diouf is on the phone. I wonder who he's on the phone to.
Yeah. Phones are calling. Phones are calling.
So is he booking everybody?
Fiaka Mochepe is on the pitch, and I know he would be dreading this incident.
I mean, you listened to his press conference yesterday, and it was a mixed feeling. Yeah, it was a mixed feeling because I mean, every question he answered as though he was on the defensive.
Yes.
I mean, we are appreciative of the fact that infrastructure-wise, football is going somewhere, but a lot of these things are not good for African football.
Yeah, a lot, and I do not like the manner in which he answered. Some of the words are unprintable from the CAF president. I think that in such a position, he should have been more.
There should be a more decorous act.
Exactly, in the manner in which he answered journalists. But he's at the venue, and they would have a long report and have a lot of consultations and abrupt meetings to do after this particular tournament. But Fiaka, Brahim Diaz, 5 goals so far in the tournament. He's scored from the spot already. He's the man tasked with taking this penalty. I don't want to be him at the moment because a lot of nerves will come into this.
Mendy says, Edward Mendy says, let's go, let's go, let's go. Here we go.
So it will be a penalty to Morocco. But I mean, even if Morocco go on to win this, do you think they would be as excited as?
But Fiaka, if the Moroccans really believe in fair play, they should miss this penalty on purpose.
But I don't think they would.
No one will do that.
I don't think they would.
If they really believe in fair play, they should miss this.
They
penalty
will never
on
miss on purpose. Who does that? He stands a chance of winning the best player of the tournament, top scorer of the tournament, golden boot, and you don't care. What do you think?
for the spirit of fairness and football,
his name will be in the history books forever. He doesn't care about your emotions and sentiments.
Let's see a real winner.
Well, I don't think they'll miss it on purpose. I think they don't care about the drama, like anybody says. The yellow cards are still being flashed by the referee. He's probably booked everybody by now. But then again, let's see. It is a penalty to the Moroccans. It is Brahim Diaz tasked to take this penalty. Edouard Mendy imposed. Can poetic justice be served? Or can Morocco go out there? Brahim Diaz, and he shapes, and he scoops it into the hands of Mendy. It looks like he missed it on purpose. It looks like he missed it on purpose. Did he?
He did miss it on purpose.
I told you, Fiaka.
He tried a Panenka.
I told you, Fiaka.
He tried a Panenka.
It doesn't look like he missed on purpose, though.
He tried a Panenka. You don't play a Panenka in these moments. Absolutely. And Mendy grabbed that easily. And now Senegal have the wind in their sails.
Poetic justice.
What a final. And he's distraught. Very distraught. He's distraught.
He missed it.
So Fiaka, I had said earlier that a lot can happen. You can miss the penalty or score. And this is football.
He did not miss it on purpose.
This is football.
He did not miss it on purpose.
Not on purpose, though.
Absolutely.
He tried the Panenka and he did not
He
miss it
tried
on
the
purpose.
Panenka, but that backfired. But
He tried
poetic
the
justice
Panenka.
has been served. Poetic justice has been served. An extra time is upon us. We'll take a very quick break right here on Sport FM. We will be back shortly to take you through the extra time. Stick and stay. We will be right back.
What a game.
power. I mean, would this change the disposition of the referee, etc.?
Yeah, I think the referee would be in a spotlight, especially after the controversy that has happened. Never in my life have I seen such an end to a final. And look, you might think that what the Senegalese did was unprofessional. Well, they'll face sanctions, I believe, after the game, but I think it sort of mentally put the Moroccans off. And for Brahim Diaz, he should have known better. He chose to go for finesse, a class penalty, a Panenka. But look, definitely, Edward Mendy was up to the task. And this is football, like I said earlier. These things sometimes are not written down. There's no script to it. These things just happen. And I'm glad that Sadio Mane stood his ground, even went into a banter with his coach, that it is football. Anything can happen. Let's go and play. I remember when Man United beat Bayern Munich in that famous Champions League final, it took them 2 substitutions another time to score a winner. When Bayern Munich had led for a very long period of the game. So in football, anything can happen.
But there's another school of thought that says that the reaction was necessary to bring attention to what seemed like injustice on the face of it. They said, listen, if they hadn't reacted that way, attention wouldn't have been brought to it. Attention wouldn't have been brought to it.
I'm not happy with the fact that I'm not. Fiaka, it looks like it has been a tournament that many have tagged that favors Morocco, that CAF is trying to compensate Morocco for the hard work that they have done over the years. And for the referee or the VAR, they should have known better. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Review the first incident, and then you have an opportunity to look at the second incident. But if you snap that disallowed goal, it raises a lot of question marks. And that has been that aspect of the game where a lot of people are calling for fairness. And I'm happy it's panned out this way. We have extra time to look at, and may the best team win, Fiaka.
May the best team win. Now it's all squared up, and Senegal have it all to do. 92 minutes on the clock. It is extra time. Ashraf Hakimi will launch a long one forward. He finds Eslazui in the left channels. He strikes in once again. Ball in the middle. Senegal have a low block on now. They win the ball up the pitch. Sadio Mane strikes forward. Can he get a pass forward? He gets one forward. Fantastic ball up front. Can Senegal get a goal? Ball on the edge of the box. Can they get a shot? And Senegal have taken the lead. Gay gets the ball into the back of the net. What a goal for the Teranga Lions of Senegal. Senegal 1, Morocco 0. Poetic justice, surely.
What a script, Fiaka. This is football. I told you, anything can happen in football. And look, I have a lot of praise for Sadio Mane. Even when it looked impossible, he said, let's play the game. They are 1 up.
Absolutely. And I mean, oh my God, did you see that coming?
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable to its end. Sadio Mane is such a class act. This is unbelievable. Sadio Mane is such a class act. Such a phenomenal player. Lonely strike, Papa Bay. What a strike. What a strike by the young chap in the final. What a way. What a way to silence Rabat. What a way. Was phenomenal.
What
a strike made for the history books.
Absolutely fantastic strike. Absolutely fantastic strike that was. And Senegal have the lead. But like you said, you see V-Power, you talked about the defiance and all of that. Doesn't this make it justified now? That listen, there's a power play, but then again, defiance sometimes gets you places.
Yeah, you have to. I believe that earlier I said that the Senegalese understand what will happen in this game. They know everything that might influence things in favor of the host nation, because already there's that notion that CAF is aiding Morocco to win. So mentally they should be ready. In that situation, I like the fact that Sadio Mane stood his ground. Even when like
the coach had wanted his men off the field, he was in contention with Papiti and told him that the game should continue. Went to Haji Diouf. Mane was literally the last man on the field. And this is what resilience gets you. Papige puts in one for the Senegalese. Now they are telling the Moroccans, if you know how to play, equalize, and let's set the stage. This is football. You defy every odd and you continue to play. Absolutely. The game has become very bloody. And who writes these scripts, man? Who writes them?
God himself. The one and only.
Absolutely.
God himself.
Ball goes forward. And you can't make this up, V-Power. I mean, this AFCON final will be remembered forever.
Forever, Fiaka, forever. And there have been a lot of crazy moments.
Morocco with a chance of their own. Brahim Diaz with a shot. And Edouard Mendy would hold that very gracefully. Yes, carry on.
And everyone would, for those who are not seeing this, for the unborn generation, they would come and listen to us tell stories that might seem unreasonable. But this has happened at the AFCON. I didn't anticipate something like this to happen. It wasn't the sort of finale or end to the final that I anticipated. But look, it's football. Sometimes it's not written in it's not cast in stone that it will go the normal way. Sometimes a lot of things change, and this is what we are seeing, Fiaka.
Absolutely, and you can't make these up. The script was written, and you didn't anticipate. Listen, if you had to place a bet that players will walk up the pitch, 100 odds.
You wouldn't do it.
You would never even think of it.
So Brahim Diaz is coming off.
Wow.
I mean, mentally it has gotten to him.
Yes,
mentally.
yeah, definitely yes.
And Akomat comes on, a former Barcelona player. And Mazraoui would come off as well. And Ingamane will come on. More pace, that means.
For footballing reasons alone, for footballing reasons alone, I am one for the dramatics. I would want Morocco to equalize. I am one for the dramatic. I would want Morocco to equalize. So I want more drama and more. This is obviously you said
they say you should go home.
I should go. Sitiofori, go.
They said Kobe Perry, go home.
See, you said who wrote the script. There's even showers. Trust me, for a dramatic end, there's even showers at the end of the game. Trust me, because see, this is something that will definitely relish telling the unborn generation.
Absolutely. I mean, these stories are not ones that you can make up. But I mean, sometimes you need to understand that the unexpected makes it even more exciting. Can Senegal double their lead, or Morocco have something up their sleeves? Mentally, these Senegalese seemed very, very charged.
Yeah, they have the edge over the Moroccans, especially from where they are coming from.
So Senegal win the ball up the pitch once again. It's Sek to Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane dilly-dallies, goes round, and he crosses into the box, and it would float out. But then again, Morocco seemed very disorientated ever since it began. V-Power.
Yeah, they are down mentally, and I think that clearly they would have to do a lot to come back into the game. The Senegalese, after all the trouble, have hashed the Moroccan support base and the players, and they've done the most important thing on the field. In football, I've always said, you don't talk a lot. You go on the pitch and you deliver. And there's a long way from where the Moroccans are coming from. I don't know if they can come back from this sucker punch, but still it is football, and there's still a lot of time on our hands. Fiat.
There's still a lot of time on our hands. But then again, I mean, this will be a massive lesson in football. I mean, I've seen a lot of commentary online about what happened. I mean, comparing it. So ball into the box, and a chance for Morocco goes begging. I've a lot of commentary online, and they've compared it to what happens in Europe, right? And they said, listen, no matter whose ox is God, it doesn't seem like anybody's ever favored. But we always have these complaints in Africa.
Yeah, it's quite disturbing and worrying that. It's quite disturbing and worrying. I think that the blame should be laid at the doorstep of CAF and the organizers of this competition, because maybe they should have done a bit of damage control regarding the Moroccan situation. Let me go back to the Moroccan game that had the the Egyptian referee changed. It was a sort of concern for people against Morocco. The referee was changed days to the game. The Cameroonians appealed, but it wasn't given. Now, after the game, you saw the reaction from the Cameroonians. Eto walked into the dressing room and said, I would cry with you if that was the case, but I'm proud of you. You gave everything out on the field of play. So that sort of mentality that the Moroccans was being favored has swung around.
With a chance, can they get a second? And that ball is cleared by Morocco. 5 minutes to the end of the first, points in extra time. Long ball forward. I mean, what a game this will be if Morocco can get a goal. Ball forward once again. And the defense of Senegal have been solid so far. Kobe Ferry.
All right, so with regards to the way the game is going, there's a lot of steam that has been lost after the game, a lot of crunchy tackles. I don't really, the game has lost its edge. What we enjoyed in that 90 minutes in the full time is not what we are enjoying now. The dramatics has taken control of this particular game. The theatrics is going on. It's just up and everywhere at this point in time. I would like more calm heads to be in this particular game so that we can enjoy this game. I don't want to take back my words that we can enjoy this game for 2 hours. At this point, it's going over and under.
Absolutely. And there's quite a lot going on the pitch. And in Gambani, who just came on, looks to be crocked. He's on the pitch. But like I said, these stories will be told. And this man, Thiao, he was defiant. He said, listen, you guys need to leave. But, I mean, let's look at the build-up to that goal again. Sadio Mane strode through midfield. A ball came to Gay, who shot from the edge of the box. Fantastic goal. Hakimi tracked him all the way. Could not dispossess him.
He should have fouled him.
But I mean, that was a great goal. Very, very good goal.
Good goal.
Yeah, but Senegal have been on the ascendancy. We saw them against Brazil,
Yes.
where they beat the Brazilians.
Well, the Senegalese have, you see Brahim Diaz there, teary-eyed, ruining that particular penanka that he tried on Edouard Mendy.
And it's sad, Kobe Perry, how you can rise from hero to villain.
Yes.
He was one of the names mentioned
Yes.
for player of the tournament. I don't know the sort of balance this performance puts him in for me, because he had a very brilliant tournament and he could have summed it up with that penalty. He chose to go for a panenka, which comes with a lot of nerves. You have to have nerves of steel. But Mendy was ready, and he has risen from hero to villain, if you ask me.
Obviously he has.
Absolutely. Ball forward. 103 minutes on the clock. Do Morocco have anything up their sleeves? They would intricately pass the ball at the back. It is 9 shots to Senegal, 13 to Morocco. But Senegal have the most important statistic in their favor, 1-0 to the Teranga Lions. And it looks like a battle of lions, surely. 2 courageous teams.
Yeah, 2 lions. And I think in the heart of the Senegalese lions.
As Lazou with the cross in. Unnecessary. And that was close. He really should have buried that.
Wow.
That was close. A fantastic ball from Eslazui. Great run. He headed it right past the post. And Mendy was beating all ends up. And he really should have buried that.
Would have been an offside. I think he was ahead of his man. But that was a great header.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we're talking 2 lions. I mean, what a battle.
Yes, and if the Senegalese lion's heart is still beating, it is because Sadio Mane refused to die.
Yes.
He refused to die. He refused to give up. He refused to give up the ghost. Even when it looked like they had been dealt a mortal blow.
So now he goes forward, and the ball is won brilliantly by Idrissa Gana Gueye. Fantastic defensive midfield play. And Ismail Assar will get one forward. Mbaye, the man from PSG, strides forward, holds on brilliantly. Absolutely phenomenal play from Mbaye. Takes on his man into the box. Mbaye shoots. Oh, that should have been rewarded with a goal. Fantastic from Mbaye. What a run. MV power, quality all through.
Fiaka, don't you love football?
Absolutely. Nothing beats football. Absolutely nothing beats football. And we are still live on Sport FM, the voice of sport, from the Ghud Park. And the excitement here is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
I tell you, that lad will go places. 17 years.
Yes.
And that audacity to play in a final of such nature and go all the way. He nearly scored one of the goals of the tournament.
Absolutely. And great strength from the lad who plays his football for Paris Saint-Germain.
Teammates.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He knows him from training. But Morocco with the ball forward once again. Ashraf Hakimi. And like I was saying earlier, we've not seen the long besting forward rounds of Ashraf Hakimi in this game.
He's been curtailed. I said it from the blast of the whistle. Sadio Mane, Ismail Assar, Ilman Ndiaye, these are all players that pose a lot of threat on the flank. So your defender who likes to go forward, search forward, will need to keep himself in check. And that is what we are seeing.
Absolutely. A fantastic ball forward. And here's a run and a cross into the box to nobody in particular. And Mbaye will be there to mop things up. And he gives the ball away once again. But then again, it will be Morocco who would go through Al Ayoun, and they give the ball away as well. And Sadio Mane has been everywhere and brilliantly gets fouled. And that surely should be that for the first period of extra time. But what a game.
His quality has never been in doubt. Obviously, one of the best talents Senegal has produced, if not the best. I think tonight Sadio Mane has set up a legacy that will be very hard to break, or very hard to put down in the records of Senegalese football.
Absolutely, in the records of, but I mean, a penny for the thoughts of the referee.
Well, I don't think this is the sort of final he envisioned to referee. He would definitely thought it was going to end in a very calming way, not this particular chaotic stance that he has initiated. But with regards to how the game has gone in the first extra time, you can still see Brahim Diaz ruining that particular opportunity. He does not definitely want to remember this day for any day or any course of it. It has been one crunchy one. And Kosi, and people still question why millions gather to watch this game. This is why we watch football. It is something you cannot explain. The passions up and everywhere. Every bit of this game has given you all what you want, all what you ask for, and more. It's just one for the history books.
So interestingly, the referee, James Jackson Dalla, was the same one who refereed the opening game.
DR Congo man.
Yeah, DR Congo man. I mean, a penny for his thoughts. Reminds me of the likes of Tom Henning Ovrebo, etc.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't envy him at all. Not at all. It's halftime in extra time in a night that seems unending. And African football will remember this night forever.
I think I did the commentator's curse when I spoke about how we can watch this game for 2 hours and more.
We actually have.
Yes. How we can watch this game for 2 hours and more, and we will not regret every bit of it. And that's exactly what we are having at this point in time.
Amazing stuff. And the Moroccans are not giving up at all. And I mean, Sheikh Diouf has been sensational. And he's currently coming off. And he will be replaced by Jacobs as well to consolidate the back.
Yeah. So more stability at the back. As it stands, it is the Moroccans that are chasing the game. The Senegalese are in control. They are leading. And definitely, you'd still want to do what you are doing right.
Absolutely. And it will be kickoff from the second aspect of the second half of the extra time. 15 minutes. And destiny between the two teams. Ball comes forward. A header out. And it will be Morocco who will launch a long one forward. And everything they do will be repelled by the Senegalese. And Morocco have it all to do now. I mean, now they should just throw the kitchen sink at it, shouldn't they?
Yes, at this point in time, they don't have any choice. It's all out. They are in for blood. They are in for the cup. They need an equalizer in any moment now. They need it now. If they want it more, they have to show it. In every pass, every transition, every tactical display, they need to show.
So ball goes forward. Can they get one into the box? Akumash, he takes his man on, and he wins a corner, surely. And it will be an opportunity for them to launch one into the box once again. And Akumash would leave that. Jacobs would look to cover his bases as he comes on. for El Malik Diouf, the man who plays his football for West Ham United. Hakimi on corner duty. 106 minutes on the clock. El Nasseri looking to rise above all. Hakimi with a crossing, a header on the edge of the box, a shot, and that will go past the post. And Morocco seem to have seen the wind go out of their sails.
They are throwing everything at the Senegalese now. But in moments like this, you need to be really composed in front of goal. And until that happens, you're not getting anything out of it.
Absolutely, you are not getting anything out of it. We are still here at Ghud Park, live on Sporty 106.1 FM. We are the voice of sport.
The camera just flashed at El Kabi, and I guess he's ruining his opportunity that he missed when he was in the game. And moments like these in the final, you do not want to miss chances like the one that he missed. And at this point in time, I think he's just cursing his stars.
Absolutely, he's just cursing his stars. And like I said, there's a lot of commentary online. AFCON is trending, Morocco is trending, Senegal is trending, referee is trending. Oh my God. What a day. What a day. The boys say the hand for touch.
Obviously, Senegal will face a lot of sanctions after this AFCON. We could even see a ban for them.
I doubt we'll go that far. I doubt.
We could see a ban because this is monumental disgrace. And
but you need to look at the context of the disgrace. As people, well, anyway, go ball into the box. Almost an own goal. Once again, can they get this in? Ball still in. And Morocco are throwing everything a shot. Once again, another shot. And Senegal are putting bodies on the line. And who been by it? And who stride forward? And he takes on his man, loses the ball once again. But Morocco are not letting off. They are not giving up.
This is truly a battle of the lions. This is truly a battle of the lions. Everybody is on the line for his team. Every attack, every tackle. Trust me, this game is one hell of a game.
But because if you pay attention after that penalty, then the referee
cross into the box once again.
The referee has allowed the free flow of the game.
Absolutely. Like I said, mentally, he'll be in a good place. I mean, that Sadio Mane foul now should easily have been a yellow card.
And Fiaka, I told you that the Moroccans are not out of the game yet. It's football. It is football. A lot can happen. Within a minute, 30 seconds, a lot can happen in the game of football.
I mean, what drama it will be if they can get an equalizer.
And that's the drama that we are looking for.
Absolutely. But now it's crunch tackle after crunch tackle. Some of the fans want that equalizer. Some of the fans too wanted to finish as it goes. So ball goes to the right side. It is Ashraf Hakimi. Crosses into the box. And that'll be a header out once again. And then Morocco are throwing everything at it. They have a very limited time to get this across. Kobe Perry.
Apart from my journal I have on coronavirus that I might tell my grandkids. This is another story for the anthology. I might tell my grandkids and how I will dramatize it from my perspective.
Yeah, you can imagine. Sadio Mane, does he finally get the yellow card? It doesn't look like he does. But it will be a free kick for Morocco in a very, very, very advantage place. And now they would believe as well. Now they would. I mean, what happens if this goes in?
Game on.
Perhaps the drama of a penalty shootout.
Even
compounding the drama.
Yes.
Now, the Senegalese are putting a lot of men behind the ball. They want to defend and see out the game. And it's giving the Moroccans opportunity to attack. Attack.
So Akomat with a shot. Straight into the hands of Edouard Mendy.
Wasted effort.
He should have looked for a head, but he went for goal. But that was a tame effort. Looking for the top corner, and Mendy was going to mop that up all day. But Senegal on the attack. But Morocco are giving it absolutely everything. Bono is asking his players to go forward. In exactly 10 minutes, this will be over. Unless, of course, there is extra drama. But Morocco have won that, and the referee says they've done so fairly. But Senegal have all their men back. Morocco are abandoning the tactics. They're just giving everything. Fantastic play from Ismail Assar. Looks into the box, and a shot. Can they get a goal? Yes! Oh my God! What a miss from Sek. What a miss! It looked too easy to score, and he missed it.
How has he missed that?
What a miss!
How has he missed that?
How has he missed that?
See, even Sofa score says Senegal has scored 2. Even Sofa score registered as a goal. Even SofaScore registered that as a goal.
Unbelievable.
Unpardonable miss.
Absolutely unbelievable.
In everything in this game, from other time of 90 minutes.
But how did he miss that? It looks so easy to score.
It was literally him and the net.
Absolutely. Immortal's little child would have put that into the back of the net.
Of course, Ian.
Very, very easily.
But Fiaka, solid goalkeeper Yasin Bono is. And he did it after he had
That's
carried
a
the ball.
Yasin Bono save.
He did a lot
That's a Yasin Bono save.
to put him off.
That's a Yasin Bono save.
Oh, the goalkeeper saved it.
Yes, that's a Yasin Bono save.
Great
Put him
goalkeeping.
off.
That's a
Fantastic
Yasin Bono
goalkeeping.
save. The best in Africa, Yasin Bono.
Yeah, Yasin Bono saved that twice. Unbelievably.
Wow, what a game.
What a tournament.
I mean, you didn't believe it and see it at first hand, but that was a double save from Yasin Bono.
Yeah. So he saves the initial one, and the rebound, he does enough.
He sweeps it.
To sweep it off the foot of the Senegalese player and direct it wide.
Wow.
I mean, what a game. I mean, listen, like I said, you wouldn't predict this.
No one can script this. No one.
Can Senegal get a second? They have an infringement once again. Behind the ball is Sadio Mane. 8 minutes and a little bit of other time to go. Can the Teranga Lions hold on? We are still live on Sporty FM right here at the Ghud Park. Sadio Mane with the ball into the box, and it will be headed out once again. But it will come to Ismail Assar, who will head into the box as well. And then Morocco will look to stride forward. And it is a long one, and that will be a foul. And a yellow card, surely. One for the team.
And I'm thinking that if Senegal win this tournament, they will need a lot of security after the game.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't want to be a prophet of doom, but I sense a lot of negativity after this game.
Ball to Al Anyawi into the box once again. But Senegal will clear. Al Anyawi once again goes to the back. Now Morocco are throwing everything at it. Absolutely everything. They are looking for that equalizer. And Senegal are clearing everything up. And they're doing a fantastic job. That surely is a foul to Senegal.
And a side note for the Catalans, the Barcelona fans, they are also losing on the side to Real Sociedad. That's just a side note.
What are the scores of that one if you want to update?
2-1 against Barcelona.
So Barcelona are losing, but there's still a lot of time to play in that particular one. And it is Senegal who are 7 minutes away.
7 away.
7 away.
Make that 6.
Coach, strong-willed guy, very strong-willed guy he is.
Very strong-willed. But I think when he goes into the dressing room, he would have a lot to thank Sadio Mane for.
I think it was a combination of energy from both of them. But Senegal as well are defending well. They've been solid so far. The likes of Sarr and Niakite. Nothing has gone past those two.
Nothing at all.
They've been very resolute in defense. You think that Koulibaly absent will be a big blow, but Koulibaly hasn't been missed.
Absolutely. I mean, Sarr has stepped up spectacularly. Winston Michaels, your team have a centre back in the making in Sarr. Absolutely phenomenal player he's been. He's what? He's 19 years old. But then again, a shot.
Wow.
And Yasin Bono once again with a phenomenal save.
Where does Gay get that power from?
And that is a phenomenal shot.
He has the drive. He has the power. If you've watched him at this tournament,
What a young chap.
He's not been afraid to take shots from distance.
All tournament.
He scored twice in the other fixture and has scored an absolute belter. That is probably going to be the goal that gives Senegal their second AFCON title.
Absolutely. Senegal would have 5 minutes. Ball into the box. Sadio Mane. And that will be another foul.
Wave after wave.
Yes, absolutely.
Attack after attack.
What a sportsman, Sadio Mane.
But I mean, altogether, I mean, what a game, V-Power.
I tell you, Fiaka, everything they the game inside. It be like Zongo watching. Everything they inside.
Absolutely everything. And the referee is asking him not to waste time at all. And I mean Bono, no matter how this goes, top goalkeeper he's been. 4 minutes on the clock, corner goes in, and it will be a header out from Morocco. By a shot from the edge of the box. And that flashes past from Idrissa Gana Gueye. And Gana Gueye has been phenomenal in the midfield.
I sometimes just go on the net to find out Gana Gueye's real age. Sometimes I just type it, what is Idrissa Gana Gueye's real age? Because the energy he has in every tournament he plays, every season he plays, every team he plays, he's almost a guy you cannot afford to be on the bench.
And ball goes forward once again. But
for somebody who played at Everton and joined Paris Saint-Germain, and Everton were willing to take him back, and he's been a mainstay in that team, it tells you the sort of player that he is.
And the level of ubiquity on him, he can play right back, left back, he can play center back, he can play 6, 8.
And ball goes forward from Morocco. Do they have the last hurrah? And Edouard Mendy will grab that with aplomb. What a game we've experienced. Absolutely sensational game. And in 4 minutes, all 3, this surely will be over. Ball goes forward once again. And it will be Sek, and who came on for Nicholas Jackson, who would have hoped to have gotten that goal, but was prevented by Bono. It's been exciting so far.
It's been very, very exciting, nail-biting, almost the perfect way to have a final, if not for the chaotic bit of it. But yes, it all added up to the glory of the final that we are relishing at this particular point in time. It's all we wanted and more.
Morocco will stride forward. They've got everybody forward. Can they get that goal? And they are blocked everywhere. Senegal are very disciplined in defense. They've got everybody behind the ball.
Resolute defense.
That's what you have to do in moments like this.
Ashraf Hakimi with a cross into the box. Off the edge of the box once again. Can Morocco find a goal? But Senegal are resolute.
That's what you have to do. Keep defending. The Moroccans know they still have time to get back into the game, and that is what they are doing. For the Senegalese, they have only one job to do: defend until the blast of the final whistle.
And the Moroccans are giving it all. A ball goes all the way to the back. El Yamik. El Yamik would hold on to this. And my wife just sent me a message. She's watching the game and she stopped because she's having palpitations. What a game it is. Absolutely. What a game it has been. And it's
not even Ghana playing.
You know? But the excitement is that Hakimi will stride forward and Jacobs will win that beautifully. And Senegal will look to get ball forward and hold on to the ball. And that surely should be a foul. But referee says no. But Bono would hold on to that. Long ball forward. And now it will be another chance once again for Eslazuri. And Sek would launch that out. 1 minute to go.
Yes.
And let's see if they can hold on. Will the drama continue? Ball on the far side. Would have crossed into the box. And Mendy would grab that. And like Samia J would do, hold it to his chest and say thank you very much. And he would hold that.
Mendy, the unsung hero, especially after saving that penalty, that gave Senegal a lifeline in the game. Had that penalty gone in, it would have been game over.
Absolutely, it would have been game over. But why would you even risk a Panenka for such a high pressure penalty?
So it was unnecessary for him to do the Panenka. But one thing that I am saying, I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. I also want to really support the fact that Thea took that initiative of telling the players to go off. That took out the steam or the sort of energy that the Moroccans had when they got the opportunity of that penalty. For you to go into the dressing room, come back, by that time, all the energy or excitement that you might have for that particular penalty is gone. And then the tension rises against you. I think that's what worked against Brahim Diaz and the Moroccans in that particular penalty take.
Absolutely. So 3 minutes of time added on. There's been blood, sweat, tears, drama, and everything in between. Absolutely. Heartbreak.
Heartbreak for the Moroccans. And you can see, even in the pouring rain, you can clearly see that there's despair on their face. They know it's almost getting out of their hand.
Long gone forward from Edouard Mendy. Can Senegal hold on? Or is there another sting in this very beautiful tail for long ball forward? And it is Sharif, Black Sharif, who would get the ball out. Charlie, he left small AJ Black hole.
Charlie.
121 minutes. In exactly 180 seconds, this will be over. And if it's over, history will remember it for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
What a game, V-Power.
What a game it has been. And Fiaka, I think you put
Senegal with a chance, but Morocco will clear. And they would feel that now it has gone past them, V-Power.
Yeah, you found the right words for the occasion. And I think that historical moment, never mind the almost chaotic scene that marred everything. But we've seen football in its raw nature.
And now Senegal will keep the ball, and it will be a throw into the Senegalese. And now the die is cast.
What a way
It
to
is almost over. Sadio Mane knows it.
Yes. What a way to walk out of the African Championship like this. It's something that is unparalleled for Sadio Mane.
And his first ever game for Senegal was against Morocco in 2012. And he provided an assist in that game. And yes, and his last game in the AFCON is against Morocco. Once again, like I said, who writes these scripts? You can't make these things up. Absolutely not. Now they can feel it. The hairs on the back of their heads are on end.
Yeah.
The Teranga Lions have showed that they are the more resilient pride. They've done it against the Atlas Lions in their own den. It was the Atlas Lions who thought they had the wind in their sails. But the Lions of Teranga, drawing from Dakar, from Rusik, from Gori, have gone past the line surely now. It's only a matter of time before the whistle goes right here. History has been made. 2 times champions. 2 times they've conquered Africa. Sadio Mane and his crew look to have done it. V-Power, this is a phenomenal feat.
It is. It is. And I've never seen a final like this. I've never seen a final.
And that is that. The final whistle goes. And the Lions of Teranga have done it. Senegal are champions of Africa. Did you see this coming?
Incredible.
No one saw this coming. No one in football saw this coming. This is a final for the history books. If you do not believe in football, if you do not believe in God, this is your evidence.
And it shows that sometimes you just have to fight, Viva.
Fiaka,
you just have to fight
until your final breath. And kudos to Sadio Mane. Kudos to Sadio Mane. He insisted, get the men back onto the pitch. Even when his coach was against it, he stuck to his notion, get them onto the field. And what a way to pay off resilience. What a way to pay off resilience, Fiaka. It has been a hard-fought victory for the Senegalese. They've defied us. The Moroccans put in a lot of work, but I think that their moment to salvage an AFCON trophy went down the drain when Brahim Diaz for 12 years chose to go for finesse instead of and that was where it came tumbling down for them.
Absolutely. So, Kobe Perry, you want to take a few opinions from the fans as well.
Sure.
Let us know what they think. Just grab this mic as you go along.
All right. All right. So I would like to get some opinions. How do you see the game in total?
It was a good game. I mean, nerve-wracking. We were expecting that Senegal could have forfeited the match and ended it earlier.
Sure.
But then, hey, they went on, pushed, and they have won.
Yes.
And we are happy that they won. Senegal all the way. Senegal all the way.
Wow, wow. So obviously a Senegalese fan. I want to ask you a simple one. If you want to describe this particular game in one sentence, what would it be? Describe this AFCON final in one sentence. What would it be? Wow! Did they? No.
It was interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very, very
Yeah.
interesting.
Heart throbbing. So much passion. So much. In fact, Bafunasa.
See, I understand you when you see,
In fact, I actually predicted the scoreline.
you predicted the scoreline 1-0.
Yes.
Wow, that's perfect.
Yes, so
I'm sure your sponsors will definitely have something for you on that. Sure. Would 2-4. You had a lot of. I'll definitely come back. You had a lot of opinions, especially when the chaotic parts of the game came through. In general, do you think the best team won?
Yeah, rightly so. Because I was Morocco to win.
Yes.
But discuss the controversy.
I don't have a problem with that.
Before the ball entered the net, I'm speaking about the Senegalese. That incident, the disallowed goal incident.
Sure.
Even before the ball had entered the net,
yes,
the referee had already blown the whistle.
Yes.
So people suggesting that VAR should even review it. VAR has no business. The fact that the whistle went before the ball entered the net, VAR has no business in there.
Actually, VAR has a business when it comes to a disallowed goal.
Yes.
No,
a disallowed goal when the whistle didn't go before the ball enters the net.
I don't have the concase on that. The whistle didn't go before the game.
It did. We would have to
rewatch that.
Yeah, you will watch it again.
Yes,
I know.
We would have to rewatch that.
Winston was arguing, but later on you saw that the whistle went. Yeah.
From my perspective, or from what I saw, I didn't see the whistle go before.
Maybe you were not paying attention.
So with regards to that, and the game went on, and then the penalty came, and then the penalty failed, and then the game went for that screamer, and then the game went to the tiki-taka end-to-end stuff.
Perry, you see, people even think Brahim Diaz missed the penalty on purpose. He didn't miss it on purpose.
Did not miss it on purpose.
This has happened before.
Yes.
Sergio Aguero versus Edouard Mendy, same goalkeeper. He tried the Panenka. Mendy stayed.
So
and
there was
a
a brief moment before the penalty. Edouard Mendy took the ball, said some taunting words towards Brahim Diaz.
That is all, trying to play
exactly,
with his,
playing mind games on Brahim Diaz. He also took the ball, kissed the ball thrice, puts the ball down.
That's right.
And he went for the audacious penalty because he wanted to sort of taunt Edouard Mendy, but unfortunately it didn't end up well for him.
So personally, I think overall, I'll give much credit to Sadio Mane.
Obviously.
Sadio Mane showed pure class when the entire team, were in sync that they wanted to leave the pitch.
Yes.
Sadio Mane had to even challenge his coach.
Yes, he did.
That let's move on to the pitch.
Yes.
You understand? Because
it's football.
It's sometimes very unfortunate if you happen to be on the receiving end as far as controversy is concerned. But this is not the first time we've seen controversy in football.
It happened to Ghana.
Yes.
Luis, I don't want to remind
even Chelsea, we've had our own share against Barcelona.
It happened to Ghana in the World Cup.
That's right. Wow. So you see, it's just unfortunate, like I rightly said, it's just unfortunate to be on the receiving end.
You see Papa Gay getting the man of the match, AFCON,
and that's all deserved,
Truly deserved.
Well deserved.
This guy has a screamer in his left foot.
That goal. Initially, I thought Bono like, why didn't he move? But and after reviewing the goal again,
you saw the trajectory of the ball.
I saw that the guy, he was nowhere even close to the ball.
There was no way you could stop that ball.
Yeah, he was nowhere close.
Yes.
But overall, the best team won. I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be sentimental with my judgment.
No, not at all.
The fact that, I was rooting for Morocco to win, I think the best team won. For that one, I'm not going to be.
This is just an inside joke.
Yeah.
Don't come to Morocco again.
Next time. Don't come to Morocco again.
I think the Senegalese will get to that.
That's right.
All right, I'm still taking thoughts. Sir, please, if you could give me your thoughts on the game. Hello. Your thoughts on the game. How did you see the game?
The game went on time. This one, the biggest final, like
the biggest AFCON final you have ever watched.
This
wow,
one.
Wow. It was really, really a good one.
Yeah, for real.
One for the history books.
Yeah, bro.
Yes. Still taking some more reactions. I think I have to come back here. No, I want to come back here. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. I want to take your thoughts. No, you. I want to talk to you. You, yes. I saw you making some gestures, especially when Papa Thiaw said the players of the Senegal team should go off the pitch. Why were you in support of the unsportsmanly decision of going off the pitch or forfeiting the match?
Well, I actually felt like
regardless of the situation, the match will still continue.
Okay.
Because if they are to leave, it will create a dent on the reputation of African football.
African football, obviously.
Regardless of whatever happens, the match must still continue. Yeah.
So you didn't think it was justified for them to go off the pitch, right?
No.
All right.
No, not at
sure.
all.
I saw you had this. No. This man. You had other thoughts. He said I remember clearly. You were in support of them for fitting the match. Why so? You in a PG Palace, you say you go like Mafia, you go like Aluta, because the commotion was going. You were enjoying it. Why so? Mr. Alfred wants to talk. Mr. Alfred. Yes, you are in full support of forfeiting the game.
Oh yeah, they
Why
have to
so?
work out. They
Why
have to work
so?
out. What kind of stupid thing is that? I'm sorry. But the whole point was no.
I see that
Okay,
the
fine.
energy is still
Let
up.
me try to be professional here. So I think you see that's why there's VAR.
Okay.
You when the players are protesting, just go and watch.
All right.
You just watch it.
All right.
Sorry. And far we understand.
Okay.
But how does a player shout penalty? One man in card. Then you went to watch. Then you award the penalty. Definitely, I'll not be happy.
Yes.
And in the build-up to these finals, every country has been complaining about the refereeing for Morocco.
Okay.
And even Senegal. Yesterday, I follow Senegal. Yesterday, they said there was no security. They didn't have a pitch. They got to a place, there were a lot of people. What if something happens to the players? So you see, it was a setup for Morocco to take it.
All right.
We understand. But then, Charlie, Senegal deserves it better.
All right.
So what they did, I was in support of it.
Okay.
And I like what Sergio did. You just come. Almost sure, no. But thank God, you see, what's an about penalty? No,
Hey, Charlie. But I think no. At this point, I just realized that he's also monitoring the Barca match at this one side. I now understand the energy. I now understand all the energy. I understand. All right. So it's still 106.1, the voice of sports, Sporty FM, and we're here at Ghud Park AFCON final. Senegal has won their second AFCON in this particular one. It was a match made in heaven. Trust me, this script can never ever be written by any prospect. I think I've even lost the words for this particular final. It's something that will definitely live on. There's the dance part. There's a lot of afters about this particular game. Let's definitely see where African football goes from here. It's from Voice of Sports, Sporty FM 106.1. It's been an amazing one. Senegal has become victorious in the Battle of the Lions. Thank you.